keep on falling for you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? I've never felt so alive in my life. 'Cause you make me come to life every time. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? That I'm crashing right into you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? Yeah, I'm free falling. Can you hear me calling for you? Yeah, I'm free falling. I'ma keep on falling for you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? That I'm crashing right into you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the final day of RSC11 League play here on Sunday. We have got 3 more matches coming up on stream, 2 in Prospect, 1 in Challenger, and we will start it off on this final day with a very important match for both teams. Both have very, very high stakes in this match between Cardinals and table toppers Limousine. Joining me for the first match tonight is Mux. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's going to be a very close and very interesting game, I think. 6th versus 1st.
Yeah, it's got a lot of things riding on the line for everyone involved here tonight, and really can't wait to get into it, see what these teams are going to offer on the pitch. Obviously, it is lopsided, but sometimes that can go out the window when both teams are playing for something. Cardinals have guaranteed 6th, but they can still overtake Caro into 5th. That's what they're playing for, which wouldn't give them any more buys, but it would give them an extra seeding advantage for the team they play against on the other side of the conference. And Limousine, they'll have to try and guarantee first. Newborn can catch them, and I believe Newborn have the head-to-head, so Limousine need a 4-0 to guarantee first, just from this one match, Max.
Well, if Limousine can catch a 4-0, I think they can. They are dominant this season. Looking at the stats, they're just on top of the 6th place team, and I think, personally, it will be a 4-0 to the side of Limousine.
He's coming out big with the prediction already. He's so confident. I mean, maybe I just go the full other way, because considering the only thing that the Cardinals are playing for, as far as I know, maybe they can get a 3-1, but the head-to-head is 4-4, so I haven't looked at the goals yet between Cardinals and RSC, but I'm going to say 4-0 for Cardinals, just to really blow this out the water. You can see the stats are going to be mostly heading in the Ox side's favour. They're out shooting them by about 30. They have 40 less goals against, and yeah, the stats are 47 shooting percent for a team, even in prospect, is quite out of this world, Max.
To be fair, you are right. It's out of this world. It's actually quite surprising to see a team of such clinicality in the other half, and I hope we see it today.
Yeah, it could be very important. If we move into the player stats, you will see that it might be an even tougher day for Cardinals, because as far as I can see, Jonas Chair has only played 12 games. And I don't think the sub, he joined mid-season, but I don't think he replaced anyone with any games. So I think their sub will have to be playing tonight and get those final 4 games to qualify for the 16-game rule. And that might hand the advantage over to the Ox side. Abdul, you might notice, is sitting on 94 goals. That is the top scorer in prospect. Do you know who's second, Max, to make this even more interesting? Can you have a wild guess?
Is it Nature?
No, it's Hyvis on the other side with 90. We've got the 1v1 shootout. Hyvis can catch up to Abdul with this match and be the top scorer in league play. That would be pretty interesting.
Honestly, I feel like this could be the game to watch. The clash of 2 scoring titans here. And if we're making predictions on that, I think Hyvis could just take this.
I think he's been player of the season before. He'll definitely want to get those goals as high as possible, because they are a big consideration when the panel are deciding what to do on that front. So it's going to be a very interesting one to go down. 41% for him over Abdul's 39%. You know, he's got the shooting percent going his way too.
He does. Looking at the win percent, Limousine just, obviously because they have more wins and their main 3 are all on the 67%, you can tell they've played a lot of the season together to get the equal win percent on this team. And honestly, looking at these stats, it just looks like it's gonna be that 4-0 that I predicted it, personally.
Yeah, I mean, the stats are always going to back the team that's sitting top, but we'll have to wait and see for Cardinal. If anyone in chat, or if any of the Cardinals are able to put in chat what their head-to-head goals are with Caro, so I haven't had the chance to go and look, because they won 3-1 going each way. Then yeah, it would be helpful. Skiz says 1 game confirmed played. As far as I know, Skiz, I think you're already guaranteed. The Cardinals are already guaranteed, because I think they have the head-to-head against Parasite, but maybe you can correct me on that front. Both teams have said they're ready though, Mux, so unless you've anything else to say, I say we get the last day of RSC11 up and running as soon as possible.
I agree. Let's get this up and running. The best of 4 series, Limousine and Cardinals. It's going to be an interesting one.
Here we go. If we get the news of the newborn match on the other side, the thing that Limousine will be paying attention to, we will try and update you with that. But as it stands, Limousine have it in their own hands to guarantee first. Let's see what they can do to take down Cardinals. Game 1 is up and running, and no shots on the board in the first 10 seconds.
No shots on the board. Bobo taking it in the air into the mid. As soon as we said that, a shot comes off, goes over the head, and this, a miss from Bobo, and it could have been a goal there to early start for the side of Cardinals. Would have been what they wanted, to swing it into their favour. The ball is staying in the middle, possession equal, I'd say, at this point in time.
Bobo has put one on, but pretty team effort for Abdul to deal with that one. Might be heading towards the net, but Nature able to take it away. Now Sabinex struggles to make much of that opportunity. Hive is late on the ball, but not on the player as he eliminates Abdul. Is scoring opponent in this matchup. He's 4 behind Abdul at the start of this one. It's going to take a lot to catch up to him.
Into this, it's a minute in and nothing's happened really, just a couple of whiffs and a couple of shots that should have been in. Nature taking that ball into the corner again, getting it through Nothing happening with this play. Hivers on the wall. Lucci might be there going up, just straying away. Sabine with a touch to put it up. Abdul and Nature double committing this could be bad. Never mind, it gets cleared away nicely. Bobo getting it to put it back in. A double commit there from Abdul and Lucci. Ball goes into the middle. Hivers is there. A shot goes off. Picks a nice save. Sabine with another touch to pull it in. Pressure is mounting already for Limousin here. A shot that could have gone wide again from Bobo. 3 minutes left on the clock. Almost. This game is certainly going to be a close one.
While we wait for this first goal to go in, I'll come in with some more context. Cardinals come into this one on a 3-match losing streak. And before that one they won, so they'll be looking to get back to winning ways here. And Limousin not quite so bad, the bad in form sense, but 2 losses in the last 5, 2 wins and a draw. It's not exactly perfect for a team on top, so it's going to be a challenging one for both. The other piece of info is in the reverse matchup in week 5, I believe Cardinals took it 3-1, but it went to a forfeit for Limousin. I'm not entirely sure the reason why, but Limousin are looking to make sure that whatever happened on the pitch doesn't happen again from last time, because Nature is the one striking first, receives Abdul's pass, and none of the 3 Cardinals defenders can do anything about it.
Honestly, Nature there, he's showing his worth, his clinicality for the team. It's a good shot. On this pitch currently, he's the 3rd biggest goal scorer, excluding Abdul and Hivers. It's going to be interesting here. The first goal did go down, a lovely pass. Abdul getting a nice save. Bobo will be there to try and take that ball, but he misses it. Getting it past Hivers as well. Abdul might be wanting to get a pass into it, he gets it. Nature's going to be there, not more to get the goal that they want. Again, they're already 1-0 up, and the pressure is already on. Just 2 minutes left now. Hivers getting a clear, he's going to be there again, not getting the touch he would like. Goes to the wall with Bobo there, but Nature gets it past him. Pass goes off, and a lovely save there. This game could easily drag on longer if Cardinals could get a goal to return the favour. Ball's going up the field with Bobo and Hivers both doubling. Sabine's there, but a lovely 50 from Abdul.
Lurking here, but no Cardinals players were feeling the instinct there. They thought Limousin would clear it better than that. They did not, but they get away with it. Back in to the red half we go. Limousin are pushing for their second into the middle, but Bobo is there to clear. And also just now connecting the dots, Bobo, not a Cardinals player. He is an FA on the pitch, and I'm not sure what that means for the sub-games, because I did think Jonas needed to play to get the last few on the board, but for the most part, Cardinals are going to have to look to link together on the day, because I'm sure they haven't played that much with Bobo. Haven't managed to get one on yet. There was another chance opening there, but didn't make the most of it. Lucci's up for this one. Can't make contact, and now Bobo can clear. Is there a counter here? Nature looks pretty lonesome in defense. Bobo has to get a better touch than that, though, because Nature will be able to deal with it and gets the follow-up onto Hivers. Limousin put the clock even further down.
Oh my god, was that an own goal I've just seen happening?
What?
Or was that a 50 from Sabine here? I'm not very sure. It was a dunk, a lovely dunk from Sabine to just put the ball in the corner. Lucci could not get the save on it, and that's unfortunate. To equal it up with just 40 seconds left, and to add a little bit, I know that Bobo is a min sub prospect player if I remember, so the sub for Jonas is there for 4 games now. That will be happening today. So Jonas' game will be played, and it will be alright for Cardinals to go into play it. But that equaliser was certainly something bum, wasn't it?
Very impressive from Sabinex. He came in, as far as I know, excluding Bobo as the low scorer. That's only your 17th goal of the season, but could prove to be a very important one if they want to try and push for 5th, because they have levelled it. They are looking to go into OT now. There's still 5 seconds left for Limousin to try and make something happen, but Sabinex will shut it down, looking to stake her claim to the MVP of this game. Maybe Series Abdul and Lucci both up for that one, but the angle was not opening up. It hits the ground, and we are into Game 1 OT. We're starting it off with a bang here, Mux.
Honestly, Game 1 OT, at this point, we've seen so many OTs on the stream recently, and it honestly, it's not surprising anymore. Sabine going for another shot a second ago. The ball is, the pressure just mounting. They need to get this clear here. Limousin are stressed to the brim. Sabine is certainly the player to watch this game for Cardinals. That's a shot from Abdul. As soon as I say that the question needed to be flipped, that happened, and they capitalize on a mistake in the defense.
Absolutely no one challenging Abdul there. And he will gladly not only push Limousine further up in the table, but also push his own claim for top scorer further away from Hyvis. He's now 5 clear, and now, as that could spell the end of the Cardinals' hopes for 5th place. They might be locked in to 6th. Now for Limousine, it's one step further to pulling away from Newborn and guaranteeing 1st place. 1st place means more than 5th place does. You have to remember that 1st place is a whole extra bye. You skip the plains, you go straight to playoffs, and you definitely want to be getting that if you can, because it eliminates a lot of pressure, just puts you straight through to the final day.
Going straight to the final day means a lot for every player in the RSC, and honestly, Limousine are probably over the moon that they will be there, but Cardinals, as they're locked into 6th place, they are going to have a rough run on the Saturday before the main day of Prospect playoffs. If they can make it through the tough play-ins bracket, they have to beat 3 teams if they stay 6th to get there. And honestly, I feel like it could be done. We've seen teams do it.
It's always been a challenge, but you're absolutely right. They'll know that they have the ability to do it, especially if they get their main roster back on the pitch. But they'd really prefer to go in with some confidence. You have to remember the 3-match losing streak going into this one. You don't want to be going to play on a 4-match losing streak. That's one worse than 3 mucks.
Honestly, it puts a lot of pressure on for the team to perform. Going 3 down, it's risky, and it's hard to come back from that. As we head into game 2 here. Already the ball is in the Cardinals' favour here. Ball trying to go to middle, Mowbray can get past, Pipers gets into the corner. Both these teams seem to love playing into the corners here, and it's working well. If they can get the passes off, if they can get them through the mid-play into the corners, the ball goes out into the middle. Pipers missing the ball. Sabine is going to be waiting, both of them in the net, and the ball gets cleared away, but Lucci is just straight there on the ball. Bobo trying to get the ball clear, Abdul trying to get to the middle, Lucci's up, this could be an early goal, but it's an easy save for Bobo.
One shot so far in this opening minute. Cardinals are going to have to try and ramp it up if they're to come back from their OT defeat. Game 1, it's a good challenge from Sabinex, but Lucci stays on the ball and passes it off to Nature. He's over 1. He's got Sabinex in his way though, but the 50 does go into the middle. Nature's trying to bump Hyvis for Abdul's shot, but doesn't quite work out. It's still Limousine pressure as it goes to the backboard. Nature's on that one, but can't make the most of it. Sabinex and Bobo have collided in midfield, meaning that another chance is opening up, but this time Abdul's denied. Now Sabinex to clear, flies past the ball and gets demoed out for her trouble. Lucci trying to make things happen in the danger zone here. It's going to go up high for Abdul. Bobo will shut that one down, and now Nature is left to try and collect, but passes just over to Bobo instead, and back for Cardinals pressure. It's a good infield pass from Bobo, but there's absolutely no one there. It's straight back down the other end. Nature to try and finish it off, but Sabinex with a vital interception on the back line.
Sabinex there with a lovely save. A minute ago we saw Nature get a lovely bump from Bobo, but what you didn't notice, I think, was it was a save from Nature. It should have been 1-0, but Nature actually got a touch to save that ball, which is very, very unfortunate for the side of Limousine. But Hyves here dragging the ball up the field, getting a demo. It's a lovely demo. A shot, just hitting the post, and it goes in. Sabinex again, 2 goals in this series so far. And what a demo we saw from Hyves there onto Lucci.
Everyone was alert in that play for Cardinals. Sabinex had her teammate right up behind her, and Bobo had the centre ball. Brilliant play all round. Hyves was still involved, of course, with that demo of his, but Sabinex leading the charge for Cardinals, it seems. Unexpectedly, you expect Hyves to come in and be the main man, but Sabinex is looking like she wants to try and stake her claim to this series, and she has Cardinals up into a 1-0 lead. We're going to look over to Limousine to see what they can do to respond, and that is looking like it's going to be quite the response from Nature, but Sabinex still stays alive. She's now got 2 goals in the series, 2 saves in this game, and she is somewhat looking unplayable at times here.
Honestly, Sabinex, what a player coming into this series. The carry at the moment, a demo from nature. And honestly, these demos are coming out like a rocket. Honestly, it's insane. The ball's just leaving the midfield, nobody on it. Abdul getting 50 by Bobo. This could be bad, but Abdul gets a touch in the corner. Hyvis on the ball now, upwards. He's up for it, gets a touch above Sabine there to read. Lucci will be there. The ball is lurking on the backboard. Nature going up, trying to collect what he can, to do what he can to get another goal. As they are 1-0 down with only 2 minutes left, the pressure will be on from here. But it doesn't really... every game matters in the RSC, especially for the first place team who might be on the balance of going to second place, if I remember looking correctly, unless that's already not possible now in the first series. I'm not sure, but 1 minute left on the timer, and it's going to be a struggle for Limousine to get a goal.
Yeah, it's definitely not confirmed yet. Newborn will still have their chance if Cardinals are to come back in this series in a major way. And as you said, it's looking like they are. Limousine are failing to knock down this door. Here's another big chance. Abdul had the demo, but the finish did not come through. And they're still left searching. Bobo with a good interception, taking that one away from them. But Nature straight back on the ball. Sabinex has missed this one, but this time Hyvis comes through and gets his save of the series so far. Very, very important. Every time they knock another ball away, it's more time off the clock, more chance of confirming that they equalise in the series. But still there's limiting pressure. Lucci in the middle for Abdul. Sabinex is there. Hat-trick of saves for her now. Now Nature looking for the flip reset, but Abdul's there instead. No Cardinals defender in sight this time around. The equalise was just 23 seconds on the clock.
Oh, this is definitely back to be one of the best games that we'll see this season in prospect. Sabine with a lovely save, and Nature was straight on that ball, getting a reset. Is this another overtime? We don't know yet. 20 seconds are left on the clock. It's anyone's game. Bobo going up. Nature going for a double touch. Nature gets the double touch. What a double, Nature. 2-1 with 13 seconds left.
Looks like it's going to be a snatch and grab because Nature has found his form. Abdul got the equaliser. Now Nature takes his time to shine. And we've seen him do it before on stream. He does it again. Cardinals could not stop it. And now they've got 10 seconds themselves to get back into this one. Hyvis is going to look for the long clear. Sabinex is chasing, but Lucci too quick. Hyvis has to push this as quick as he possibly can, but Nature stands in his way, pushes it back into the red half, and surely it hits the ground. Abdul does the honours, and Limousine go 2-0 up at the death.
Honestly, that is incredible. What a double we saw from Nature when he was needed most. He delivered. 450 points, definitely the top player of that game. Getting an assist, a save, the triad of ones there. A goal, assist, a save. It's incredible here. Cardinals are doing what they can to try and hold on, but it's just not working for them at the moment. 2-0 in this series, Limousine's way.
It's even more impressive from Nature when you're considering how challenging that game must have been for him. He was 0-5 before that, but with his 6th shot, he finally struck gold. Did not let the other chances that had gone askew get to his head, and neither did the rest of Limousine. They were out shooting for the most part there. They were the team on top, but it looked like Cardinals were going to be able to grind it out. Limousine said no. They pushed further to guaranteeing first. It's still not done yet, but it looks like they're going to prevent Cardinals from getting themselves to 5th, and they're going to push themselves on up to guaranteed first.
Guaranteed first. But in the chat, Andre has pointed out Limousine needs a 4-0 to not depend on anything. So these next 2 games will be really important for Limousine to try and take the cake as we come into game 3. Cardinals need something, anything to hold on to a slimmer of hope to maybe get 5th. I'm not sure. I know that we probably debunked that earlier demo from Bobo. Oh, it's a miss from Hyvis. This could be an early goal. Hyvis putting it up. Sabine's there, and it's a lovely save from Sabine. Oh my word. 15 seconds in and it's nearly a goal.
Not quite going to happen for them though. Cardinals defense once again stands supreme. It has been a very impressive part of their play here tonight, but unfortunately they are not playing for anything now. They have Sick locked in. As far as I know, Skiz, the GM, thinks otherwise, that they need 1, but I'm pretty sure they already have it. But those 2 losses in games 1 and 2 do mean that they cannot push for 5th. And yeah, they're just playing for glory now, as far as I know, and to, of course, deny Limousine from pushing further on at the table, and of course they get themselves a draw to not go into play-ins with a 4-match losing streak. Oh my goodness, Hyvis is going to deny Nature. Now Abdul sends it to the crossbar, and no rebound attempt will go through. Hyvis knocks that one away from the net, but Nature straight back onto it. Sabinex and Hyvis both looking to try and stop him. Sabinex first misses, Hyvis comes in second and gets it away, but only as far as Abdul. It's going to go to the crossbar, and it's going to go bar down and in. Limousine are back on top.
Hyvis there getting a risky touch. He must have known that there was an uncertainty trying to get that clear, and Abdul just takes his time, gets the chance, and he takes it and bags it in 1 minute and 20 seconds here. There's 3 minutes 40 on the clock, and Nature gets a lovely kick off. Hyvis getting a boom. He's going to try and go for a play of his own here, but there's somebody already waiting on the backboard. Sabine going for a touch into the corner. Lucci getting a touch out. Bobo with a touch into the middle. Could this be an equalizer? It is an equalizer from Hyvis. What a shot and what a pass from Bobo.
Hyvis finally gets on the board here tonight. Sees what Bobo was trying to do, and he's picking up that thread. Limousine were not, they were too far behind the play. Hyvis was too quick, and as you say, Cardinals now level and in good time too. They will be feeling much more confident from that. They're going to be pushing for their own lead. Nature has to deny that attempt from Sabinex, but they do not make any rebound attempt from it. They're going to push it back down to the halfway line. Hyvis is going to follow it up. Nature somewhat alone in defense, but very comfortably takes it away. Sabinex with a very questionable touch. Abdul's going to be left with the open net, and Limousine are straight back into the lead. It's a blunder from Sabinex.
It's another blunder. Hyvis first, and now Sabinex. Sabinex has been playing well both of these matches so far, and you kind of expect a mistake to happen at some point, and it finally happened here. 2-1 with 3 minutes left. Cardinals are losing faith in this game, surely, as just every chance they get, it just gets eliminated each time, but the ball goes into the middle. Nature taking his time, taking it to the corner, getting the 100 boost here. Sabine is not letting up pressure here, though. Taking a touchdown. Lucci will be there. The ball goes up. Abdul is there. So is Bobo. A touch into the middle. Nature with a lovely save. Bobo with a shot, and it hits the post. And it's in for Bobo, and it's in off the post. Another mistake, and it's another goal.
Nature's clearance is not good enough. Lucci could not read the post bounce. And after Sabinex had been the one on top in games 1 and 2, Hyvis is now joined by Bobo on the scoreboard for game 3. They're making sure Limousine cannot hold on to these leads, and they're back in business once again.
They're back in business. The equalizer has served its nice toll. Abdul with a touch into the middle. Lucci getting a touch to the wall. A bit of a questionable touch. Actually peels off to go for the boost. Sabine getting a touch down. Abdul with a lovely save, but it's straight to Hyvis. Nature over the top. There's nobody in the net. Can this be capitalized on? And it goes wide. Abdul. Oh my god. Abdul, you need to be scoring them if you want to go first and win these playoffs. A shot from Nature, and it just goes wide. 2 minutes left, and a touch into the middle. Bobo going up here, getting a bit of a carry with Abdul there. A touch into the middle. This is incredible. Another shot from Lucci. Could be a double. Gets the double into the middle, but nobody's there to capitalize. The pressure on Cardinals right now is immense. It's so high. Oh my god. A touch into the middle. A clear goes off. Barmanatan, what do you think so far of this game?
It's absolutely nuts. Cardinals for the whole series have been doing so well to dispel this Limousine pressure, but previous 2 games they fell short. This time, can they change that around and make this defensive work count? Hyvis is sitting at 4 saves in just over 3.5 minutes. Is he going to get another? No, he's not. Nature is going to find the gap, and Limousine for the 3rd time in game 3 are going to go back on top. But can they hold on to this one?
Oh, they need to hold on to this one. Nature with a lovely shot, playing it to the corner, and it just, honestly, it surprises me how goal after goal, and both these teams still hold on. Hivers will be rare to read, but Nature's already there. The star player this game in particular, I'd say, always been there to get all the touches. Lucci with a shot, and it goes 4-2, a minute and 15. The hope is slipping for Cardinals to get a game.
They let 2 one-goal leads slip. Surely they don't let a 2-goal lead slip. Cardinals are going to have to play their hearts out if they are to win back game number 3 here. They've got a minute and 15 to do it. But they haven't been the better team here. They've been holding on for dear life at times, and they made their chances count. Now they have to push harder. They have to make this comeback happen. They're going to be put out of their comfort zone. Nature is looking to push this one on the right-hand side. Hivers with a good block and the demo to follow it up. Abdul going to push it straight back the other way. Bobo with a good centre ball. Hivers is there, and he slots it into the left-hand side. Great link-up play from Cardinals in the middle.
A beautiful link-up play from Cardinals. A rough 50 and a good dunk from Hivers here. They're keeping the hope alive. They really want this game. 50 seconds left. They need a goal under their belt, or will it just be what we've seen goal after goal for each of the team? A shot, and it's in! Sabinex! 4-4. Right as we were saying, could a goal get in? Sabine off the kickoff, a lovely shot. Game 3, can that be another overtime?
She keeps her scoring record up on the board in every game, not to be outdone by her teammates. The poll has definitely shaken up things here in game number 4. They have equalised, and now there's 40 seconds for us to find our second overtime of the series. Nature is looking to make sure that doesn't happen. Limousine want to steal it away from Cardinals before we get to OT, like they did in game number 2. They have the pressure at the moment. Sabinex is going to block this centre ball from Lucci, and Hivers comes through to follow it up. And he's around Nature as well. Abdul's looking awkward. Means that Hivers can push on, but Lucci gets a good dunk on him. Abdul looking for the crazy redirect, cannot quite read the flight path of the ball. Means Bobo gets a clearance, and now comes back and forth a couple more times for Sabinex. She's pushing it to the backboard. Is anyone going to be there? It's going to be an awkward shot. Abdul will flick it on, but Bobo's there. It's going to be a chance for Hivers at the death on 0 seconds. Can he do it? No, it's off the post and to the ground. So close for Cardinals on 0 seconds.
Cardinals could have had a "this is Rocket League" moment there. Hivers just hitting the post, unfortunately. It's incredible. The last 30 seconds was just pressure. Ping pong, you could say, as it just went half to half, but this overtime will be important. The second one of the series, game 1 and game 3, a bump. Abdul getting a 50 in the air. Will Abdul stay? He will. He gets a touch into the middle. This could just be in. On its own, it hits the post. Abdul up again, and it gets cleared away, and it's nearly a goal for Nature. Oh my god. Oh, something needs to happen. Abdul is straight up a lovely 50 from Bobo, but Lucci's there. A bit of a mistouch as Nature goes in the air again, trying to get a double. He gets it into the middle, but nobody's there to read it. They need to clear this ball away and relieve the pressure here so they can get some boost to their name.
Limousine are not letting that happen, though. They come straight roaring back down the pitch. Nature into the middle. Abdul's going to get a shot off, but Sabinex is going to block. Now Lucci flying through. Bobo gets in the way. He's got 0 boost to make anything happen there, and he just runs into the path of Nature. He's going to put one on target on Hivers. It's now up to his 5th save of game 3. Hivers gets a good block. Sabinex might have a chance on the counter here, but can't hit the ball. It means that Hivers is going to have to turn around and will get it past Abdul. He's going to follow it on, trying to get middle for Bobo, trying to return the favour after Bobo give him 2 goals earlier on. It's dropping down in the middle. Surely someone knows. Sabinex too slow, and Abdul is there to save Limousine's blushes. Bobo still in possession now. He's got 1 touch. Does he have 2? Not quite. We have straight back Cardinals into possession. Hivers steals it off of 2 Limousine players, but no chances opening up. This is the longest period of pressure Cardinals have had pretty much ever. Normally they're scoring on the counter, but they still can't make it count. We're back into the red half now. Phoenix flew past, but Lucci did not read the whiff coming out. And we have gone back into the midfield here. Calmed down a little bit, not for very long though. It's straight back into another chance for Hivers. He can't get it on target. My god, Mux, this overtime is just crazy. Both teams are fighting toe to toe. They so badly want this game win. Hivers has to block that one. There's chances left, right and centre.
There's chances left, right and centre. Coming to the second minute of overtime. Another shot from Abdul gets saved by Hivers. Up to 6 saves this series. He's pulling the defensive pressure up. A touch from Nature pulling it into the corner. The pressure, Sabine with a miss, but Bobo will be there. Abdul taking his time. Patience is there. Putting it into the middle for Lucci, and it gets saved again. What a save. Nature will be there. This pressure is unrelenting. A touch straight into the corner. Back to back. A demo from Sabine. Can this be the pressure reliever they need? No, it can't, because it's right back up. Hivers with a touch to Sabine. Sabine getting a touch. Bobo being there to 50. Bobo gets a good 50. Nature with a bad 50. Lucci is there. It feels like that's all I'm saying. It's 50s after 50s here. Hivers in the air. Lucci trying to get a touch, but Sabine sends it. Nature is there for a save. The pressure might be flipped again. Abdul's there, puts a touch into the middle. Nature trying to keep it alive. Nature sending it straight to the sidewall. This is incredible. This is so intense. I'm on the edge of my seat watching this. It goes in the middle. A pass. A shot not making contact, and it's not going in. A clear from the above. Abdul straight there. A touch. Bouncing to the middle. Nature's there. Nearly getting a double, but it's not going to happen. Bobo gets a chance, well needed, to switch the pressure. A lovely 50. This is incredible. Sabine there, getting a touch, a weak one, but it gets cleared and nobody's there yet. Lucci has no boost to his name, but he's still going. A 50 up. Abdul there, a shot, getting saved by Bobo. Nature up. Hivers getting a lovely touch. Abdul is up straight away, so is Bobo. Both of them missing. This is so close. The edge of my seat is... I'm going to fall off it at this point. It's incredible. Clear in the middle. Lucci hits it high. Nature with a shot, and he doesn't get it well enough. Oh my god. Barmanatan, 4 minutes in overtime now. Both of these teams must be fearing for this goal.
The tempo is at an all-time high. There's absolutely no slowing down. Limousine are straight back, knocking down the door, and there is Abdul. He has his hat-trick. Limousine have game number 3, and they are steamrolling their way to guaranteed first place.
Oh my god. 4.5 minutes in overtime. And it goes Limousine's way. That was incredible.
This is gut-wrenching for Cardinals. Hivers was sitting at 1,041 points. He was battling with Abdul for the hat-trick. He had 7 saves, but still there is no point on the board for them. They are down 0-3 in the series, and no matter how hard they huff and puff, they just cannot get anything from Limousine. It's heartbreaking. But they'll just have to keep on trying. There's still another game in this series, and if they play anywhere near as good as this game number 3, they'll have every chance of taking it away from Limousine.
Incredible. It was honestly, I can't believe it. 7 saves from Hivers, and he just, when his team needed him the most, he wasn't there to get the save. It was honestly back-to-back, lovely gameplay, and honestly, if this is prospect, I'm excited for the playoffs that we'll see in the coming week.
Limousine are showing why they are the top seed here on the Ignis side. They are looking to just shut down this Cardinals team, not at the earliest opportunity, but wherever they can, they find their chances, they find the gaps, and Abdul especially has been on another level. He came in as the top scorer for over Hivers, and he's lengthened that gap. He has been the man for Limousine, and they are 1 game away, not only from the 4-0 sweep, but from guaranteeing first place, from putting it out of Newborn's hands, and getting themselves a lovely, lovely first place in league play, and that bye, of course, in the upper bracket. But we still have another game before that is confirmed. Cardinals are still here to play, and they certainly put on a match in the last game. That was one of the best overtimes I've ever seen, not even in RSA, just of all time.
Honestly, that you could rival that to levels of RLCS and the overtimes I've seen there. That was intense concentration. The only thing that we saw there was action. There was no off time in that overtime, but game 4 will be big. Nature going for another double and nearly gets it. Abdul in the air, misses the ball. Pressure flipped. Hivers taking his time in the air. Fuck off, Jesus.
Abdul is going to look for Lucci. He went back himself instead. Hivers is going to get a touch, but only as far as Abdul. Hivers and Bobo both have to go to deny. but still Limousine press. Nature is going to drop it for Lucci. Surely that's it. The Bobo makes a heroic save, diving across. Keeps the scoreline at 0-0.
And the scoreline is at 0-0. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Hivers and Abdul get a 50 there as it goes straight to the middle. Bobo missing the ball. That could have been a goal opportunity. Lucci getting a clear. Hivers with another save. He's the saviour of this series here. He will be save of the week. Nature getting a touch. This shot goes off and it gets saved. Sabine not being able to get a good enough touch as the ball just goes straight into the middle. Oh, this game is already so intense. No goals have happened, and that's unusual 2 minutes in.
Hold on to this Cardinals defense. It keeps on buying them chances. For as long as they keep Limousine out, they can strike on the counter. And here, even though Limousine thought they had set up in defense, Hivers just nips in ahead of Lucci and grabs Cardinals the first lead of Game 4.
Game 4, Cardinals ahead. Honestly, this game could go either way. The pressure is 50-50 at this point. Nature and Hivers getting a bit of a pinch to Bobo. Bobo getting a lovely touch here. You wouldn't expect him to be a minimum sub here. He is playing good stuff with the top of prospect here, trying his best to make the clears and make the attempts to go upfield. A touch, a demo goes off. Sabine will be there to save it. This game is gonna be very, very close. A shot goes off, not having the accuracy to go in. This game, honestly, edge of my seat, just like the overtime. Abdul getting a lovely clear. Nobody's in the net. Sabine has to get the clear. A pass to Abdul, and it's in. An equaliser, 1-1, 2 minutes left.
Sabinix gets so close to making the double save, but it's inches away, it's fingertips away from the top of her car. Abdul sneaks it in for yet another goal this series. And Limousine are just not letting Cardinals have anything here. They have equalised and they are looking for this 4-0 sweep. What can Cardinals do? Can they finally get their names on the game, on the series scoreboard, or will they be defeated heartbreakingly once again here in this Prospect Ignis series? They're going to have a chance here maybe, but have Sabinix too far away from the net.
Oh, just 2 minutes left, 1-1. It could go either way. It goes into the middle. Nature will be there to read at any touch given as he goes for a bit of a play, but he whiffs it. Abdul straight there. Is this another goal? Sabine with a save. What a save. Nature just keeping this ball in the middle. Never mind. The ball just goes straight out from a pinch, but Abdul will be there with a lovely pinch off the wall to keep it into the middle. Lucci getting a clear. Honestly, this game is so back and forth with Hivers up, but he's not going to be able to do anything. Abdul trying to make the play happen, go down. They want this goal, a double commit. The net's wide open, but Abdul gets there. A pass from Abdul to Hivers, but it doesn't seem to work out. Bobo with a flick, a lovely flick and a demo. Hivers nearly there for a goal, and he doesn't get it. Sabine trying to keep this ball up. Abdul getting the touch straight down. Nature will be there trying to get it over the two of them, but he can't. Nobody's there to capitalise on this ball that's just been let to drop in the middle. The boost is wavering for Abdul here, trying to make the pressure count. Lucci with a shot and it just hits the bar. Oh my god, 30 seconds. Is this going to be our third overtime of this series, Barm?
Looking like it might, neither team finding the breakthrough. Still been Limousine on top, and it's still been Cardinals with all-out all-star defense. They are just so good at keeping it on, keeping these games close, but still they need to make it count. Still they need to get something on the board for all of their defensive efforts here and for all of their counter-attacking prowess. Here's going to be another chance for Limousine on 0 seconds. They're just going to send it central. The Dutchman almost gets a 0-second goal. We've had a couple of those chances now in this series, but for the third time out of 4, we go to OT with Limousine desperately wanting to guarantee it first and Cardinals desperately wanting to get at least something here from this series. They've tried so hard, and at the moment they're still sitting on naught.
The ball 15 seconds into overtime here. Please do not let it be another 4-minute overtime. I do not think the casters here could take it. the ball into the middle. Abdul nearly getting a lovely goal. Bobo here trying to get any sort of clear to get it into the middle, but it's not going to happen. Sabine, a lovely play, just staying in the side of Limousine. A touch to the corner for Lucci. A nice handoff there. Bobo getting a touch and a bit of a whiff from Nature, but it does its job well and it comes with a clear. Lucci getting another touch here. Abdul trying to be up for that. This is honestly looking like it's going to be another one of the overtimes we just saw. Ball goes up. Lucci and Hivers. Hivers getting it to the middle. Could a shot come out? Bobo sending it up on the backboard again. Nobody's there to read it though. Sabine sending it upwards as Abdul has to go up, extending himself a little bit. The ball is just staying. Chance after chance. A shot goes out and Abdul with a lovely save. The pressure has just flipped. Never mind, the ball is just, it's not left Limousine's side. As soon as I say it, a pinch goes out. Bobo though with a lovely touch. Abdul being right there, a pinch straight to Sabine. Could Lucci be there? Lucci misses. No, it wasn't Lucci, it was Nature, sorry. Nearly an own goal. Oh my god, Bobo. No, it was Hivers. What a save. Oh my god, this is not going to go well for the pressure. The ball hits the backboard. It was nearly an own goal, Bam. That's it. Insane. That's not what you would have wanted here.
I thought Hivers was going to find the ball there too, but he makes sure he gets out of the way. They go down the other end, and Hivers, with his brace, finally puts Cardinals on the board. They've been pushing and pushing and pushing, and Limousine have just been the better team throughout, but finally Cardinals have a game win to go home with. They still end up with a 4-match losing streak going into play-ins, which is obviously not ideal, but they'll be so happy that they did not fall to a 4-0 sweep here, and they definitely finish above their closest rivals, their Parasite. They're definitely not going to go to head-to-head there.
What a series. We both got our predictions wrong, however. It was a lovely series, though. Honestly, it was incredible. I cannot believe it went that way. Honestly, 3-1, I think Cardinals could be happy knowing they took a game off the Titans that are the top of the table. Limousine. Now, what we need is a 4-0 from... who's second again? I can't remember the name, but I know it's a 4-0.
Newborn.
And it's a draw, if I remember. Newborn, that's right. Thank you, Barm. We won't have time for an interview as we started a little bit late, sadly, but that was an amazing series. I've been Mux. Barman Atan, do you have anything to add to this?
I'm going to quickly go and try and see if Abdul has hit 100 here, because I think he might have. He got 1-1. 3, and then what was the last game? He did get he got that goal in the last game. So Abdul, to cap it off, got up to that century of goals in league play. Very few have managed to achieve in RSC. So obviously, congrats to him. He played phenomenally tonight. Gets the 3-1 for Limousine. They're all but confirmed for first. They just have to hope Newborn don't sweep. So as Muck says, that has been it for the first match. There's still 2 more here on the final day of league play. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back at you with more RSC11 action.
In a city, still so far from home. I've searched for you all my life. Cast out like a shadow, racing towards the light. I pray to see you one more time. satellites. When I'm old and losing sight, carry me home all through the night. I need your love, I need your light, like city lights and satellites. When I'm old and losing sight, carry me home all through the night. Somehow I made too many promises, I won't go back on them, no. Girl, we gotta work it out right now. I swear I'll make you love again, I'll make you love again, yeah. If this the last thing that I say, I make sure I say it the right way. If it's the last thing that I do, I make sure that I get through to you. Somehow I made too many promises, I won't go back on them, no. Girl, we gotta work it out right now. I swear I'll make you love again, I'll make you love again, yeah. If this the last thing that I say, I make sure I say it the right way. If it's the last thing that I do, I make sure that I get through to you. Did you know I'm picking up the pieces of my soul? I lost control and I can shake the feeling on my own. 'Cause I thought you were the light that was breaking through my eyes, but I miss what you had inside.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second series of the night. We've just come off the back of an absolutely amazing series, and hopefully we can keep this momentum going. And to do that, and because my voice is slightly struggling today, we brought in the big guns here to give this series the much needed hype it needs. My name is Moray Sky, and I'm joined, as you can see, by the legend himself. So Winnerlot, how's it going, buddy?
Well, so far it's so good. I got super excited about this match. I went out and bought a new mic yesterday just because I was told I scream a lot. We like the screaming. We don't like the peeking. So here we are. We got one or the other here, so we did it.
Mate, your voice is sounding silky smooth tonight, and I'm looking forward to hearing the hype for this one because, yeah, like I said, coming up for you, we are moving up a tier from Prospect into Challenger, and we have coming up for you third versus 7 in the form of Oracles versus Eclipse. Now, on sort of paper, this one, you know, it could go either way. Either we're going to have an absolutely banging series that's going to go all the way to the wire, or it could be over and done with within the first game. We don't know, but that's why we don't. We're hoping for the best. But why don't we, before we get into the predictions, let's actually have a look at the teams, and we can sort of show just sort of what season these two teams have had at the moment. Because, you know, like I said, it's 7th versus 3rd, and essentially this boils down to Eclipse just needing the one win, basically, win a lot. And it's, yeah, on paper this one's set up quite nicely.
On paper, it is. When you get into the live match, you never know what we're going to get. But today, I think we both know what we want. We want drama. We want the history to be made. And there's a bit of a storybook writing here, and you can't write it any better than this. Sweep, and you move up. Right? I love it, potentially. And I do like what we're seeing here. They are within striking distance of each other, and that's what I'm excited for most.
Yeah, I mean, they're very evenly matched when you look at the sort of team stats going up against each other there. Not much really between them, which makes this even more high intensity because, yes, you know, you got Oracles that are currently sat in 3rd, and they're feeling comfortable because essentially they don't really need much from this one. They can't lose their 3rd position, and they can't move up into 2nd. But what they can do is cause an absolute annoyance to Eclipse and make their players very jealous of their position, basically. So it's a tough one to sort of call because I don't know. Sometimes you think, you know, it's going to be an easy one, you know, 3rd versus 7th, 3rd will walk away with this one. But, you know, with 3rd sitting comfortably, they might not be feeling up for this one, and this could be a great opportunity for Eclipse just to sneak in to the play-ins there.
Look at the standings right there, and it's a catch-22. Do you want to be on the side of Eclipse where it's like, hey, we're playing one of the better teams at the later part of the season where they are not grinding for points anymore? They might be a bit more lackadaisical. Who knows? And then instead of getting them in the first game of the season when they're hyped, they're up for the game, right? And then the latter part of it is like, hey, we got to beat the 3rd place team to get into the play-ins here, right? So, you know, you could take it either way you want, but today Eclipse has got to show up and show us that they belong. And I think they're going to do it.
They do, yeah, potentially. We will see, but they've got. I think if they're going to do it, they've got to rely on their main man, which is in the form of Timbaste, who you know, he's been sinking the goals to them this season, and he's going to have to bring them into the fold for this series as well. As you can see, they're 58 goals just for him, which is a good tally for the season. You know, it's not going to set the world on fire because if you look over at Oracles, I mean, you've got the likes of Hunter Sam Toe and Z's. Not too sure how to pronounce that one. Z-Wise. Whatever you want to call them, you know, between them, they are, you know, pushing the 60 goal mark, and it's a tough challenge. But this, you know, it's like we said, it's Oracles. Are they really going to show up on this game, or are they going to sort of want to put a spoiler in for Eclipse? It's a difficult one. But any players that you might want to watch out for in this one?
Well, I've seen a lot of games, and if Toe wants this to go his way, he very well could. At the end of the day, I'm not positive if he's going to make it like that. But it does seem to me like if he wants this game to go his way, that's where we have to watch out. If he shows up today, I don't think you should be looking out for him. I think you should be looking forward to him. He's a brilliant player, and that's who I'm going to go with today.
There and then. So in you know, as it comes down to it, we've got to go into the predictions then. And I think we're both on the same page for this one, Winlock. So I'm going to ask you the question first. Who are you going to be going for on this occasion?
Hey, I'm not saying I love the Cinderella story, okay? I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna tell you my whole life story either. But today, it would mean a lot to me if we saw some drama. So I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with the underdogs here, 3-1. They're gonna take it. And you know what? I think that's where it's gonna end up.
Okay, you're saying 3-1. And you know what? I think I'm actually gonna go with 3-1, but I'm gonna go with Oracles getting the 3-1 series victory, and Eclipse getting that final win in the 4th game. I mean, that is
That is
what I kind of want as the caster.
Yeah,
you know,
we'll
to
be
get
screaming.
this. We'll be on the edge of our seats, and that's what I'm hoping for. But you know what? There's only one way to find out, and that is to actually tell the players to get going, and we can get this game underway. And I've got to ask Winlock, you know, if this is you, how do you approach this game?
Well, I'm a little bit different. I'm screaming at the teammates right now. We're all drinking Gatorade. We're all getting ready for this. This first 10 seconds that you show up is huge. Set the pace early. We'll worry about the mistakes later. And as you hear the engine start to roar, everyone has anticipation for this game. People are wondering who's going to play spoiler, and we're about to find out. They are off.
Yeah. They're off. Hunter versus Carrion just losing out there, and we've got Oracles in red and Eclipse in blue. And yeah, I mean, Oracles, it's going to be an interesting game one, just to sort of see whether they're up for this challenge or not, and whether they're going to put Eclipse under pressure. And it seems like early doors here. They are indeed. Oracles just applying a little bit of pressure there. And if you're Eclipse, you just got to watch out for the mistakes and just ride this first minute out, and basically just don't make any silly mistakes early doors, really.
The early mistakes are huge, and that could be why that's a good save on the goal line. And you couldn't be more right about that early half field pressure. They're almost trapping at the half line, stealing the boost, pushing the ball in, saying, hey, why don't you guys make a mistake? We're going to wait for one. But here comes toe off the wall as we see our first moment of brilliance. He gets the reset, but a great interception there by Curry. And it's going to be going off to the left side where Tom gets it over to the left side. And we're going to be back into the middle. There is relentless pressure here. That field goal coming in the demo. Whoa, did you see that? Did you see that?
I saw it, I felt it, I loved it. As anybody knows that's seen me cast before, I love a demo play. And that there, Toe, just taking out the third man on the line, just shows you just how powerful a demo is. And that's not the start that Eclipse would be wanting. But, you know, you got to give it to Oracles. They seem like they're here to play in that first minute. They put a lot of pressure on Eclipse at the moment.
Hey, we said that right off the bat, didn't we? We said that. Right off the bat, it's going to be important to get a good start. But like a lot of Rocket League players know, it's not over until it's over. So let's see what they can bring back in anticipation for a goal. Here it could be. It's on the post. It's on him. And it's back up. It could be back down. It's on the post again. Oh my goodness. There's just chaos on the goal line there as they try and equalize. This is already shaping up to be a great game. And I cannot wait to see a goal at the counter.
Oh, you gotta feel for Eclipse. The post coming to Oracle's aid twice on that occasion, and then what they do is the counter attack straight up the other end of the field and into the back of the net just like that. And 2-0 down within a minute and a half is not a position you want to be in if you just chase that one goal game. But you know, that one game series. But you know, there's still plenty left to play for. It's only a minute and a half, so if you're Eclipse, you just got to keep your head up at the moment.
You do. You almost have to be on the comms saying, hey, we're doing the right things. We're just missing the chances. When the chances stop coming, then we'll start worrying. When you hit 2 posts and then they come down and score, you almost have no one to blame but yourself. But they have to finish those chances. Let's see if they get a couple more to go.
Need Hunter Sam trying to get the third goal there for Oracles and not quite getting the shot on target. But Eclipse just need to settle down a little bit and just find their own rhythm. But at the moment, they're just being paid back by Oracles, and just ruining that chance when post came to their annoyance. But this is a bit more like it as Ahmed off the corner into the path of Curry, but can't get a shot down and spoons it too much. They've got to just, a few more of those opportunities and not concede a third. You never know what might happen.
A third would be deadly right now, I have to admit. A third would make everybody wonder what's going on. But they are scathed alive with 2 minutes left, down 2. we can only imagine that they're starting to bring up the pressure of play, saying, hey, we aren't out of this yet. One goal, and this is anyone's game. I'm going to go be as bold to say I think the next goal wins this game. Momentum's a huge thing.
Bold win a lot, man. No, we're not even at the 2-minute mark or 2 minutes left to play, and you're throwing out the bold predictions. I love it. Absolutely love it. But Curry, yeah, you know, somebody said in chat they might have been playing better, but maybe it's the nerves off the crossbar there by Toe. And almost conceding a third goal there. But yeah, maybe it's just the nerves, because when you know that you got to get that one game win, it can play havoc on the mind.
It really can. Yeah, it really can. And like you said, you already know you're in. You're like, do I save my mental capacity for the future games here? My positions are kind of locked. I don't blame him for that. That's a championship mentality. But then, you know, the competitive edge does come out as the ball is kind of stuck here in the corner. You have to wonder, will their natural instincts just take over and they start seeing a better team? Because here we go. It's going to be on the goal line. It's a great save and great rotation by Ahmed. They are pressing up the pace of play a little bit more, I have to admit. What do you think about that?
It's good. It's good to see. You know, you kind of felt like maybe they might be a little bit awkward, and Toe there just not able to get the finishing touch, but good positional play there by Tumbaste. But yeah, with the early sort of pressure that they were experiencing, Clips, they've done really well to sort of keep it just a 2-goal game, but they've got a minute left to play, and they've got to find that goal quickly, otherwise it's game 1 to Oracles.
Yeah, they are playing the clock now. They are fighting against the clock and the team, and that's when Rocket League becomes a bit harder. You start to be a little bit more desperate in the corners. You start double committing. You've got to keep your wits about you. This is going to be a chance. It's awkward. It's up. It's saved. Whoa, that could have been a difference maker right there. And we are back again on the counter. Let's see a huge demo. This is where it's going to be coming back against the other way again. They're countering the counter. It's going to be a shot on net. Action, end to end right now. Another huge demo. Is the physical play going to be a problem in this series?
At the moment, it seems like they're struggling a little bit, but you know, still only 2 goals in it, and they've done really well to sort of keep it down to that at the moment. But Oracles are looking good for their lead at the moment. Might they get a consolation goal? Yeah, Curry off the right-hand side, not able to get the shot, finishing touch, and indeed it seems like we're going to see Oracles walking away with game number 1. Ahmed, nearly getting the consolation at the end there, but well played Oracles, you got to say.
It is. They were pressure all over the field. They had this like midline trap that I feel Eclipse was struggling with, and they got up early and just trapped the rest of the game. Never double committed, had everyone just kind of hanging back. I don't mind that play. It's a bit more passive, maybe a bit more boring. It creates opportunities for them, but going forward here, you got to wonder if they're going to have a difference for the physical play, which is what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it just unsettled their rotations a little bit, because I was, you know, just looking at them towards the end of that game there. Eclipse were they just didn't really have the flow that you need if you want to get that victory, and they looked a little bit panicky in certain occasions, especially when they get one of them players taken out by a demo. So they just got to settle down a little bit, just take it easy. They've still got every opportunity, but so far, I mean, it was written in the script that this might go all the way, and it definitely seems like Oracles, fair play to them, have turned up to put in a show for us.
Thank goodness they have. I think you're so right about the rotations on those demos. Not that you have to play that and make sure you watch out for it, but it has to be in the back of your mind. You can't be standing still in front of your own net. The higher levels, the people in rotation come through and demo you. So it's part of the game, and it's something they are going to have to look out for, but not let it control their fate, as you said. And we get ready for game 2.
Get it underway then, see if Eclipse can get that elusive or 1-game victory. That's all they need, the single game, and they go into the play-ins as all the other teams have played their 72 games. So this is pretty much it now for Eclipse. As Curry straight up on that one, gets over Hunter. And the first goal of the series comes in for Eclipse.
Yeah, you see here, Curry actually turns really well under his teammate, knowing that if he gets it on net, he can follow. If it gets straight down, he's there first. Nothing really the defender could do there. He was out to lunch, and they find themselves down 1-0. This is going to make things very interesting.
Indeed, but still lots to play for. And we saw in the first game there, Oracles are definitely up for this one, and you don't want to discount them so early doors there. Hunter Sam, another demo on the line then. There's beautiful plays when you see it, getting the aggressiveness and the rotations out. It just could unsettle Eclipse, but so far Eclipse got the slim advantage here as Curry trying to Clear this one up from the back, off the sidewall, lets it run away from him. And a bit of a better start in his second game from Eclipse.
Yeah, you can't really deny that. They're up 1-0 with multiple chances on net. And the reflexes, but the counter's on. It could be. Safe. No, it's into the top left corner. Sky, do you believe we just saw there? They're bending, but they're not breaking. I don't understand. They're just hanging around in this game already. Could have been 2-0. It could have almost already been over. They find a weird touch there. It's in the top left.
Got a feel for Curry on that one as well. Just couldn't quite get the touch he needed to send that away. Instead, sends it into the top bins. I mean, it was a beautiful shot in the end by him, but it was the wrong net, unfortunately.
It is, unfortunate.
So we're back to all square. Just over a minute played on the clock. And Eclipse, you know, got to take a bit of confidence. They got the early goal, but Toe trying to... Oh, my word! I don't know whether he's just completely faked out Timbasti on the line there, or it's just
he's faked.
Oh.
I'm going to give it to him. He might tell us later, Sky. It looks like he fakes there. He really pushes his boost down. If he didn't fake, that's the best non-fake fake I've ever seen in history. But that's really well done, and it's 2-1.
Just like that, you know, all it takes is one goal and the momentum shifts completely. And now it's in the favour of the Oracles. We're going to be trying to put this one to bed and just make sure that Eclipse has got to work hard to get that elusive game victory. Here's Curry off the sidewall into the path for two. Shot on, and Ahmed gets the equaliser.
Wow, look at him rotating in the middle here. He does miss it off that. Not a great pass, but Ahmed's there for any mistake, and he gets it into the bottom left corner where no one could save that against rotation. And we have it 2-2. This could go the distance.
Indeed, that's just a response you needed as well if you're Eclipse. And, yeah, we saw in the first game there, you got the two early goals that came in, and then it just seemed like Oracles were just riding out the any sort of pressure, any shots, and in the end it was just enough of them. But this is a bit more like it from Eclipse, just matching Oracles now toe for toe, just getting a bit more of the rhythm. Timbasti awkwardly taking it back into his back corner there. But Oracles just standing off a little bit, trying to find some sort of an opening. Timbasti right hand side. That's taken away by Lightning. Touch around, not quite around Ahmed, and Toe on the near post there. Good touch from him.
Yeah, it really is there, and they are keeping relentless pressure in the corner, but it's also good defending to keep the ball in the corner. It's a very safe part of the field, so it could feel like a lot of pressure, but they really are soaking it up. That is word! Oh, his teammate bails him out there. I can't believe it.
That was nearly a goal. Oh, what's going on? Oracles just falling apart, it seems, at the back there. It's panicking left, right, and centre. Toe, what a whiff! You won't be wanting to see that one again, but fair play to Ahmed. Saw the mistake. Tried to banked on the mistake. It seems gets in the back of the net. As we approach our halfway point, Eclipse have got a slim advantage again. Never mind. Ignore that.
Curse of the commentator. It's not your fault. It's the gods. Don't worry about that, Sky. There's nothing you can do. You're just doing your job, and so is Toe. But I swear, every time we say something in this game, it's just mano a mano. It's a boxing match out there. 3-3, 2 minutes and 36 seconds left. After some whiffs, he makes up for it. Let's go.
Oh, we did have another one in. Cody!
Oh, it's on the crossbar. Oh, it's safe.
He just had to hit the net. It was an open net, and he couldn't do it. Opportunity goes begging as he got past the halfway point.
A big bump! A huge bump!
Oh, not quite able to capitalise, so keeping it alive. It's part of Ahmed now taking it to the skies into the right-hand corner. All three of Oracles back on the line, and they needed to be.
Chaos! It's mayhem down there on the field right now. No one knows what's going on. Everyone's trying to react. A huge set of goals to save on the goal line again. Sky, I won't be able to keep my composure very much longer. This game needs to end quickly. I don't think I could handle overtime. My goodness. As Curry takes it into the right corner, he gets it pinched off to the side while they're going to steal boost, and they're going to have good advantage in their corner now. Let's see what they can do. It's back into the middle. Oh, wow. It's up the goal. It's playing in there, Fred. Oh, it's in. My God! My God, Sky! What is going on right now?
I don't know, that ball just seemed to just hang on the line, on the goal line, just waiting for somebody just to give it a little tap into the back of the net, which eventually we do get. And my word, this game, it just seems like the fundamentals have gone all out the window.
Oh.
Curry almost getting the fifth there.
Oh, huge demo.
it's just, yeah, it just seems like these two teams have just decided, you know, let's just throw everything we got at it, ignore the the basics, and give everyone a show. It seems at the moment.
And that's what they're doing, another huge demo, and I wonder when these demos are going to start paying dividends, because, wow, they're taking them to the bank with them. I can tell you right now, I don't think this game's over yet. I think there's more for it to give, and you're right, I think they're feeling the nerves a little bit. This is high-level players, guys. They're probably a little bit confused as well as we are as how this game is going to turn out. But nerves do that to you. Even the best of players feel nerves that they have another chance on net. Good backboard defense from Toe. As we move forward, Sky, not forward. But Toe might have something left for us in the game because he seems to have taken control of the ball a lot.
Here he is, right hand side, thinks better of it, leaves it for Lightning. Little touch off the wall there, awkward though, leaves it for Mbaste. Toes up for this one, can he get a shot on? Tries to find passing field, but Hunter Sam just sitting a bit too far back to collect that one. Here he is now, completely reads that one. 20 seconds left on the clock. We could see Eclipse getting that game victory that they need, but they've got to make sure they don't allow Oracles any opportunity. One final push on the right hand side here. Well cut up Anton Baste. Lightning into the corner.
Surely
5
not.
seconds on the clock.
Surely not.
Hunter
Sky, call it! Call the replay, Sky! Bring us through what just happened!
Oh, it's just they couldn't ride out the pressure, and Oracles, it was their final throw of the dice, it seemed. They just knew they had to keep the ball alive, which they do, but it's two seconds left before we go in first OT here. Hunter Sam up against Curry. Ball's grounded, Lightning nowhere! Oh, nearly keeping it alive as we go into first OT of the series, and the Eclipse are going to be feeling that one. They were so close to getting that victory.
It's so hard to go into overtime after that. You're so deflated, you're so defeated, but you have to remember, you still have a game to play as it's going forward. We have an overtime, and this is really, the season is on the line for one team and not the other. It's crazy to feel that way, but that's what we're feeling. As the overtime continues on, I wonder how much nerves are going to play. Are we going to see another whiff goal, or are we going to see a moment of brilliance?
We're seeing a slight miscommunication there, and Lightning just had to turn on that one, but net was beckoning, didn't quite get it. Hunter Sam shot on target. Oh my word, it's like double commit on the line. They're going to be careful of this one. Eclipse, so trying to find a cheeky pass in field. Not quite on the end of that one, and the ball gets punted up the end of the field. Hunter Sam cuts it one out. Oh my word, Oracles are pushing hard, it seems, to try and put this game to bed.
There's bumping and demos all over the field. No one knows what's going on. They're just trying to react as fast as we are. It's really difficult to cast this because we don't know what's going to happen. But that makes it more exciting, doesn't it, Sky?
It does indeed. I mean, I said my voice was struggling at the start. This game is not helping me recover, but I don't care at this moment in time. This is turning out into an absolute slugfest. Ahmed, just had to get some sort of shot instead into the corner. It just allows Oracles to regroup a little bit. Right hand side, here comes Hunter Sam pushing on to Curry, gets the demo for the Jews. Lightning punts the ball forward. Awkward lead to Mbaste.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. It was a little premature, but that's all right. Here we go. Coming down off the left wing. I'm going to give your voice a rest for a second. I know you got things to do tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll be doing anything tomorrow. I will just be reminiscing over this match, watching it again and again and again. Here comes a whiff. No, Ahmed does well. Curry's up to the right side. Going to get to the wall pinch, maybe. Gets intercepted by Toes. He's actually back on with no boost, though. He's going to need some support, and he gets it. It's popped in the middle. This could be an opportunity. They do get their boost back on the defensive end. A little bit of a misplay by Ahmed. He's going to be saved by Curry. Off to the right side. He's moved up to the wall. Toe gets the interception again, and he's back quickly. It could be. Oh, it's not. Now they have the counter here. They have an opportunity if they can connect. A huge demo. Sky, the pace of play is picking up, and we're heading into the 3rd minute of overtime.
Yeah, we saw an epic OT in the previous series, and we're going to see another one here. And it just seems like Oracle's got the slight edge at the moment. Hunter Sam looking for demo on the line, didn't quite get it. That would have created a huge opportunity, but they're keeping up the pressure well on Eclipse, and they just got to ride this one out. They're so close to finding that win, but at the same time, Oracles are pushing hard, making them work for it. But currently, as we approach 3 minutes on OT, still nothing yet.
Okay, Sky, call it, Sky. Call the OT winner right now. Who do you got taking it?
Oh, don't let me do that. I'll be...
Oh, I can feel it, Sky. I can feel it. I should have said Curry. I wanted to say it while he was coming up there. But here we go. They take the winner, Sky. What do we feel about the series now?
Well, I think we can all just take a moment to relax a little bit now, because that win for Eclipse has basically just taken off so much pressure, as they've now got the one game that they needed to take them into 6th spot. And I think both teams now are probably just hopefully going to put on a show for us, because like we said at the start, essentially Oracles, they finished 3rd. That's where they're staying. That win for Eclipse means that they go up 1 spot and they secure their 6th spot and go into the play-in. So fair play to them, but what a game that was.
It doesn't get more exciting than that. I wouldn't be surprised if that final goal in the 2-second mark ends up on maybe even a clip of the week, maybe a moment of the week. We have to put one of those, because that was quite intense. We can only do so much from the booth here, Sky, but I mean, I have to calm down a little bit after that last game. I need a breather. It was too much going on at once.
It was sort of end-to-end stuff, and definitely Eclipse, they looked a bit shaky in that first game. Whether they had a good talking amongst themselves and they just sort of settled it down a little bit. They matched Oracles in that game, and their hard work paid off for it. I thought they'd let it slip, to be honest. I was thinking Oracles, with the pressure that they were putting in the OT, were going to take that game away from them, and we were going to be facing with a deflated, potentially Eclipse side. But fair play to them, they got the game and they can relax a bit, and hopefully we can see some more clips on this one.
I think we're gonna, as they get sent off here. Toom gets the ball off to the right side, and we have, it already feels a little bit more lax than last game. There's something about the pressure that they're already not putting on. It's hard to keep the intensity once you've known you've done your job, but a great redirect and a great save by Toe as they keep the ball safely in the corner. A little fake challenge there, and Lightning comes in. Here comes Toom based again, and I'm not going to stop saying like that because it is sounding good to me. Sky, I will say here, after that last game, I don't know what type of halftime talk you could have, but it's like, hey, let's get our timing right. Let's get our, let's practice. Let's get our rotations right. Let's keep good habits, because there's nothing worse in Rocket League to start to create bad habits for a squad. I don't know if you've ever felt that before.
Oh, no, absolutely. And I mean, yes, these two teams can now sort of look towards the play-ins and, like you say, just get some practice in on this one. But certainly, you can't, if anything, you're going into play-ins, especially if you're Eclipse, you're going in as 6. Basically, you've got a lot of work to do. And Eclipse, it seems, they said in the chat, nobody would have seen it, but they said in the chat that they want more. And that's just what they need. Is we've just played a minute on the clock there. But yeah, if you, like I was saying, if you're 6, you basically want to go into play-ins on a high, and so Eclipse, I'm sure, will be looking to get a few more wins under the belt before that happens.
You gotta be thinking, hey, we just beat the 3rd, potentially 2nd place team. It was close. Wow, good chance there. And now we're going into playoffs, and we got a chance. You start to believe. I was saved off the left, but very close, Sky. That would have made my noise go like that as well. And I'm telling you, you got to start to believe when you're in playoffs, because if you don't believe you can win, then you've taken all the chances out at least. You got to be able to deal with the disappointment of losing. And as these two squads go into play-ins, it's going to be a treat to be watching those games, I can tell you that much. But going into the play-ins, I got to say, sneaking in into the 6th spot makes you almost wonder, are these guys going to be a dark horse?
I mean, we've seen it happen. If you ever watch the pro scene, I mean, there's a lot of, there's been a few underdog stories that have happened in the past, and maybe we could be seeing the signs of Eclipse doing exactly the same here in RSC, and that's certainly going to help the confidence. Baste shot from the midfield there off a walker touch from Lightning, but good read nonetheless. And so, probably thinking he'd probably go for the boost, probably should have gone for the ball, but
it's
a shiny boost. Yeah, it's a shiny boost. We like it. We like it a lot.
I like. We have to give it to him. Curry did follow through on the hit and get the bump. And it seems to me, as soon as they started playing more physical, they started getting more chances. And I think it's an undervalued art. The demos are so important in Rocket League. Getting people out of their defensive rotation as you rotate through, as it goes in again, and they're doing a good job of that. They are right now. They really are doing a good job of getting the ball through, getting touches on people on the way through, making them miss, and making them worried, and that goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's music to my ears, Winalot, man. Like I said, I say it all the time whenever I cast demoing, especially at this sort of level, is sort of the undervalued mechanic that, you know, some people hate it. I love it, just because, like you say, the opportunities it creates. And yeah, in that first game, the aggression just wasn't there from Eclipse, and they were getting pegged back by Oracles. But they've now they've got a spring in their step in this game. And whether Oracles are just sort of taking the foot off the gas a little bit, who knows? But totally agree with you. But long-winded in saying, yes, I completely agree with you, Winalot.
You said it, and I don't like being wrong, so if you could always just agree with me, that's great. Maybe tell me after, you know. But good chance here. It's off the left side, but I think you're right. In all other sports, if you hurt someone cleanly, there's no foul, there's no penalty. I think that's just how you have to think about it in Rocket League, right? No penalty box for that. So I think it's the right play at the right time. Now, going forward here in this game, if you start to rely too heavily on the demo, it actually can become a problem for your team and puts yourself out of position. So it is something to be used correctly, as you say.
Yeah, I mean, demo chasing is one thing, and if it puts you out of position, it's not worth it. So you always got to be careful not to get too sort of carried away with it. I say that, I do it quite a fair bit, and here comes Thunder Sam trying to get some sort of shot off the backboard, not quite getting the double.
Great save.
On that occasion.
Yeah, he had it. He was there.
He had it, and we want to see a bit more of that in this game. I think a few more attempts at clips, and just so we can see a bit of a highlight reel.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind reacting to something they got going here, especially 3-0 in this game. You really got to hand it. You got to hand it to them. Clips really coming to play today. They're playing like their life is on the line, and that's what you expect to see. Nothing more disappointing than a team not coming out to play when you almost think, hey, you guys, where was the urgency, you know? Another big whip here, and they could have a chance at net. They do. The huge, strong 50 hit the gym is what they say, and he did there. Kept it on the goal line. He's back up. It could be in. It's going to be. Curry again.
I've got to say, I know the fact that Oracles, essentially this game is done and dusted, and they got nothing really to play for. But at the same time, it's slightly worrying, I will say, when they are conceding goals like that. For a team that's finishing third, you got to, you know, if anything, you kind of want to put, you got to lay your marker down going into play-ins. And I think any team that is potentially watching this and are going to go up against Oracles, this could be, you know, a bit of a confidence boost for them, because Oracles definitely not looked. They looked good in the first two games, and this third game they've just not been in it.
Well, if there was a scouting report, if any, I mean, we're supposed to stay a little bit impartial, but it's a little bit obvious at this point. The obvious strategy going into the game against these guys would be, hey, demo them. Like, you know, that's what it seems to be. That's what it seems to be here. The space that was created that game was quite wild. Now, there is another end of this, okay, that we have to consider. They may, what we said before, and I said before this game started, sometimes it's nice to play that top tier team in a game that really just doesn't matter for them.
Mm-hmm.
It might be that. It really might just be that right now. It seems they're not panicking. They don't even, there's no chat going on. They seem to be okay with everything that's happening. That is also the sign of a very confident team, which could also scare you. So it's on both ends of that, I have to admit.
Okay, well, I mean, we won't have long to find out exactly which way it's going to go, because, of course, play-ins are happening next week or the week after. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's soon.
I believe so. Yeah. It's
so, you know, if anything, this final game here would just be a good opportunity, I think, just to sort of try a couple of things. Try different tactics. Just see what works and, you know, hope for the best. But at the same time, yeah, you know, I don't know how to score this one. Basically, I'm lost in my train of thought. You know, a part of me wants to say Oracles needs to put a show on just to show us that they, you know, why they're finished third. But at the same time, I can completely understand if they just if they're not really bothered at this very moment in time. If I'm honest,
don't blame me for that thought pattern. And at the higher level, I mean, it's fairly common. It's fairly common at the higher level of sports, you know, to rest. However, you wouldn't say there's much physical body, like, fatigue that happens here, right? With one game, you got a lot of break time before the next or early goal. as you said, maybe they got to show something, and maybe they do want to show something. But mental fatigue in Rocket League is a thing too. So, you know, I can see why you're bothered both ways there. So we'll see. I think really we'll just have to see till the play-ins. But at this point, I'm looking to be correct in my guess. So you know who I'm cheering for right now.
Yeah, I was hoping for the romantic cast the story. Unfortunately, that was put to bed in game 2.
Yes.
Nearly had it. It's a lovely demo there by Handesab onto Baste. Didn't quite work out for his team in the end there. But yeah, this one just petering out into a casual game for it. Sees a toe going up. That one, good speed from him. Pops it forward off the backboard. Handesab onto the end of that one, but skews his shot wide of the post.
Very close indeed, though, and that's a good start for them. 2 good chances, one of them goes in. I mean, that's how you'd like to start every game if you could. And Toad as well, the other side of the crossbar. Is anyone there to finish? No. It's going to be off to the right side of the field now, and it's going to take a weird angle there. Definitely overcommitted on that right side, but Toe is still back. As he gets the boost, Hunter is going to be okay for his team. Curry tries to redirect it in, and it's going off the left wall. As we move forward here, Lightning's going to get it off the backside of the wall here. It's intercepted at the top. It's going to be a double commit at the top there, too. And Hunter's going to have to do well here while Ahmed gets to the left side. Hunter does get it back down and takes collection, and they pitch it really strongly off to the back right wall. Defense does get the boost. No one's committing there. Playing a little bit more passive with that 1-0 lead, it looks like, as they pass it back, but then give away possession back right away. Toad does well to close the gap and get a strong 50. A little fake challenge by Lightning there. Interesting.
Nice idea.
It is, I like it.
Here they come, though. I mean, Oracle's definitely looking a lot better than they did in the previous game. Maybe they realised that, you know, let's just get a win under our belt and just put some points on the board, perhaps. But Ahmed trying to find the equalising touch. Curry off the crossbar, not able to keep his shot down. Sebastian keeping the ball alive, and Oracle's half. Here comes Curry, but beaten to the punches from Lightning, who lets it run away from him. Ahmed straight on that one, off the ceiling, gets the read, underside of the bar, in the back of the net, and we got a tie game again.
I have to say, very impressed with that. It looked good going left and gets it snuck up underneath the crossbar. That is a strong finish.
Lovely finish. We've seen a few of their shots go a little bit skyward, but he managed on that occasion to keep the shot down, which is always good to see. As Hunter Sam taking this one to the air, and to Baste awkwardly can't quite get the save. Instead falls nicely into the path of Toe there, and Baste trying to play it into the corner instead, off the crossbar. Easiest goal you're probably going to see from Toe all tonight, and they'll quite take that. They regained their slim advantage, and we're nearly at the halfway point here in Game 4.
And I just for most people watching, I don't want to be wrong about this, so I'm going to say it loosely. Don't quote me, but I am looking at the standings here, and we do have Eclipse into 5th place with 35 wins, and in front of them is Orcus with 36 wins. So this could mean something here. I don't know what it would come down to. I'm not positive if it would matter, goal differential-wise or something, but they do have higher goal differential as well. So this might catapult them all the way into 4th.
Really? Are you no.
I might be looking at the wrong standings. I'm not positive. I'm freaking out right now, okay? However, I am looking at it. It says week 8. I don't know. I can't tell you right now. If someone wants to fact check me and tell me I'm wrong, I'll be okay with it. As another goal goes in, it might not matter anyways.
Well, no, this is week 9, mate. This isn't week 8. That's probably why I'm looking a bit confused.
I know. I'm looking at week 9 I don't see the week 9 standings posted, so I'd just be going off of that. And I see that Clips has got the arrows beside him, and now I'm not positive at all. But like I said, it might not matter anyways. I was very cautious going into that stat. Okay, I usually got them on lock. I was very cautious. I said not to quote me, so you can't.
Fair enough. We will forget that was ever said.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank me for what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, same.
Yeah, Lightning right, trying to get the ball away there for Oracles, but it's just stuck up in the corner here. Curry trying his best to find some sort of pass infield. Ahmed gets beaten to the punch by Hunter Sam into the midfield. Lightning fakes it for Toe, it seems, but Baste, good speed from him. And as we approach the minute left on the clock. Oh, what a save there by Ahmed. And it looks like Oracles are going to see out the season with a victory unless the Clips can find some sort of miracle comeback.
Well, this does look more of like a team that's in third place, you know? This does look like a team that's going to be qualified comfortably for the play-ins. They're playing very fast, holding them in the half line. This seems to be more of a team. Oh, that's a quick chance off the crossbar there. But this does, we might have eaten our words a little bit here because they do look a lot faster right now and showing us a bit more than they have. Oh, what a save off the left post. And that does seem to me like it might be it. That might be the last chance they get with 30 seconds left. It would be a miracle to come back at this point, but we've seen crazier.
Indeed, and Zizva, sorry if I said your name wrong there in the chat, saying that Sam wants 200 franchise wins. So I guess Sam will be happy. Oh, but we're nearly squeezing in. Not quite the post under Sam. Finally getting it into the back of the net there. And just Oracle's looking to cement their lead. They made hard work of that. As Lightning, what a pass. Was that a pass or whip?
I can't say anything after my blunder, really, but he did miss the ball on the left side, and I'm going to forgive him. All is forgiven and forgotten. The ball is in the net, and that's what we like to see. With 10 seconds left here, they are going to do well, but job done for both squads here.
It is indeed. I mean, Eclipse, I mean, part of me was, you know, I should have seen this one coming because I am renowned for casting draws on this channel, and a part of me did think this was going to end up in a draw, but you know, I wanted the love story, I wanted the drama. Didn't quite get it. Eclipse, fair play to them. They just needed one win, which does indeed seal their position in 6th place in the Glacius League. So they will, they'll be happy with that. That's all they needed. That's what they got. And likewise, Oracle's there, just making sure they didn't lose the final series of week play and putting in a decent performance in game 1 and 2. Took the foot off the gas in the final games there, but we'll let that one slide because, you know, at the end of the day, both these teams are in the play-ins, in the playoffs, and I'm sure they're going to be looking forward to that and getting things prepared for it. So, I mean, win a lot, man. That was it was a good series. I was hoping it was going to go on longer, but you know, fair play to both teams.
Well, you can't say they didn't do it in style. That's for sure. I mean, you look at that one moment in the game, and you'd imagine you'd want to tune in for the rest of it, right? The way they did it is definitely in style, Sky. And it was a pleasure being in the booth with you. You really brought a different side of me out, and I like that a lot. But as we move toward the play-ins, do we see these guys going farther?
You know what? I'm gonna put it out there, and I'm sure when it comes to the caster predictions, you'll see this. But I'm pretty sure Eclipse on that one. I won't discount them for a potential underdog story. They've got a lot of work to do because obviously they essentially got to win a heck of a lot of series and a heck of a lot of games. But you never know. They showed the fighting spirit there after losing that first game, and in the second game they brought it back after conceding the very late goal there to tie the game up, taking it to OT. And it's that sort of mentality that you need going into these play-ins. So I'm not going to say definitively, but you
so
keep an eye out for them. Keep an eye out for them.
Yeah, I agree. I won't be surprised if they make a run. Can we say that?
I think we can say that. That's a fair way to sort of round off that series. So I think with that, then you're going to be leaving me with a lot,
Correct.
and it's been a pleasure as well casting with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the playoffs progress here in Challenger. But for the next series, we are moving down a tier back into Prospect, and we've got an absolute doozy on the cards for you. But there's 15 minutes until that one happens, so make sure you stay tuned and join us again very, very soon.
All right, see you guys.
Everything will change one day. Every moment's gonna fade. Blurring all the memories. Tell me nobody can love forever, but today I'll overcome my fears.
trying to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I'm in a tropic club.
Call me up when you're sober, when you showered and changed. You give it up like it's over, but now give it away. And I don't wanna fall for you this time. I can't find the truth in all the lies. If I could, I would, believe me. If I could, I wouldn't need you. I don't wanna fall for you this time. This time. Call me up when you're sober, when you've showered and changed. You give it up like it's over, but never give it away. And I don't wanna fall for you this time. I can't find the truth in all the lies. If I could, I would, believe me. If I could, I wouldn't need you. I don't wanna fall for you this time.
Found your t-shirt in my closet when I was packing up your things. But I don't wanna keep it, 'cause it reminds me of what we used to be. Yeah. I hope that she's nice, hope she don't make you think twice. Hope you get everything you wanted. You can keep all our old friends, get married and have some kids while I'm in California dreaming. But when you're lying next to her, remember she's damn more, she's damn more. And when you're holding her forever, she's damn more, she's damn more. I'll be across the ocean, looking for one like you. She's not me and you know it, and I guess it's enough for you. When you're lying next to her, remember she's damn more. Remember that I loved you more. You were cigarettes and whiskey. You were reckless, I was running free. Now that you're happier without me, I'll burn my dress and sell my ring. I hope that she's nice, hope she don't make you think twice. Hope you got everything you wanted. You can keep all our old friends, get married and have some kids while I'm in California dreaming. But when you're lying next to her, remember she's damn more, she's damn more. And when you're holding her forever,
welcome back, everyone. This is it. This is the final series of the week play season. We've seen 2 epic series so far, and we got one more on the cards for you. We're moving down back into the prospect tier, and joining alongside me is the legend that I'm sure all of you love and know. It is, of course, Banana Peels. How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing fine. I'm looking forward to this game. It's the conference that I play in myself. I've seen all these teams play. I kind of know how they play as well. So I'm looking forward because this is a very important game for both teams as well.
It is indeed. This is, of course, Fearless Echo going up against Terra. And, you know, it's a bit similar to what we had in the previous series. Essentially, both these teams are just fighting for one victory to move themselves up the table. And when it comes down to this, it's the final chance to sort of give yourselves a better standing in the table, which ultimately means a better spot in play-ins and playoffs. I mean, Bernardo, this one, you got to feel like this is going to be a bit of a nervy affair for both teams.
It's going to be a nervy affair for 3 people over here, for both teams and for myself, because I'm playing for Jubatus, and currently we are second because Rogue won, which the standings are not showing, and Fearless has to win to be able to get first or and secure that second spot even as well. So, and for Terra on the other side, they also have to gain or be able to gain for that 4th spot, playing against Palmas here. So that is something that's going to be difficult for both teams to keep the nerves down, but maybe a good practice for the play-ins or the playoffs.
Yeah, indeed, we will see. And I mean, if we're putting our cards on the table, I will say I do have a slight favouritism towards Terra as well, just purely because I did feature in their team last season, and I've casted their games a couple of times this season as well, so I'm interested to see how this one's going to turn out. But certainly, I mean, Fearless Echo are a very, very good side, as I'm sure you're aware of, Banana. I mean, they've been pushing hard this season, and I'm sure they will be wanting to take you off that top spot and make sure that they give themselves the best chance in the playoffs there. And in terms of team stats, I mean, it's an interesting one to call. I mean, between these 2 teams, I mean, obviously, I've lost my words here a second. Fearless Echo is what I'm trying to say. They are a dangerous team in front of goal, 197 goals to the good, and they don't concede much as well. So for a Terra team, they're going to have to work hard to break them down.
Yeah, they're gonna have to work hard to break them down. Maybe that is something that we'll have to look at with the demos. That's one way to break down teams. But here as well, Fearless has more demos in total than Terra has. So that is something that we'll be able to see. And then shooting accuracy, Fearless also wins, which is to be expected if you score almost 30 goals more than your opponents. But that is something, if you have some very good shooting accuracy, maybe that can make the difference. And Terra takes 1 game, 2 games, or maybe takes the whole series home.
Yeah, perhaps we will see. I mean, in terms of sort of the players as well, I know personally from experience, Terra with Psycho and Yannick, those 2 together work well as a good defensive pairing, and they're good on their rotations. And obviously with the season this time as well, having Superior coming in as a 3rd man, they do, when they're on form or when they're on par with each other, they will work good on the rotations. And I think when you're going up against a hard-hitting team like Fearless, that might come into effect. But certainly, the players of Fearless, you probably know them better than I do. If they're on par tonight, especially someone like Yez getting 74 goals this season, they're dangerous in front of net, basically.
They are very dangerous. The thing that I've always said in Fearless here, and this team, they started off very slow. They have 2 very good, or a very good GM and a very good AGM in Larson as well. He's done a lot of coaching with these guys. And I think in all the players or all the teams that we have in Prospect, this may be the team with the highest ceiling. And that's something that we'll have to look forward. It's only 1 more week. We are starting in with playoffs or play-ins tomorrow was already on Prospect. But that's something that we'll have to look forward. But then on the other side, with Terra, I think the guy that made the biggest difference over here is Superior Stormer. He's one that came in as an FA. He played the game as a pickup, and then he absolutely bossed the field. And that is something that they instantly said, all right, we need this guy, we picked him up. And you also see it in his stats, he's very high on the goals, he's got a lot of assists, he got 93 saves, most of the whole team as well, so he's a little Thibaut Courtois goal over there. And that is something that we'll have to look forward to in this game as well.
Yeah, I mean, not that I'm jealous or anything, but he was technically my replacement for this season. So, it's nice to see that he's fitted in quite nicely for the team, and well played to him. I'm not jealous at all. But either way, it's going to be a tricky one for these teams. And I've got to ask you before we head over to the field and we tell the teams to get underway. What is your prediction then, Banana, for this one?
My prediction. I hope Fearless will get swept 0-4. So Caster Curse, I'm going to say Fearless is going to sweep 4-0. Caster Curse, and it's not going to happen. That's what's going to happen here today.
Okay. He's going for the sweep. He's going bold. He's going big. I got to say, I can still see Terra getting at least one game out of this. And because it's me casting, I can see this one being a draw. I hate to say it, but that's going to be me. I'm going to sit on the fence on this one and say this one's going to end in the 2-2 victory. But certainly Terra needs to get off to a good start and keep Fearless at bay. So game at number 1 underway. Psycho getting the better of the kickoff there. Superior Stormer chasing that one hard. But it's Din who able to push this one up for Fearless. And that's another player as well, I know from experience, Din. When he's on form, he can be quite threatening alongside Jez.
Yes, he can. He's one of those players, I think, that has a very low and a very high, and it just depends on how he comes out on the day or how the team is feeling and playing around him, because that's also a part, playing around him. But we see Jazz, he makes a very good challenge over there. Dirty Dwarf pushed up maybe a little bit too much. He expected Superior Stormer to take a little bit more control, and that makes it 1-0 for Fearless already. We're just over half a minute in, and Fearless takes the lead already.
Yeah, and as you see there, I mean, Dirty Dwarf, they're technically their sub for this season stepping in, as I think I sort of saw in the chat they need to get a couple more games under his belt, so we'll probably see him in games 1 and 2 here, just to sort of make sure that Terra actually make it into the play-ins and don't get disqualified for it. But here they come, all trying to get an immediate response against the conceding that early goal there. But when you're playing with a sub, a player that hasn't sort of played as much as the other three, it can be a bit of a struggle to sort of get things going early doors.
Yeah, indeed. It's something that you don't want. Obviously, you're playing a sub, so it happens. You'll get scored on. That's one of the things that will happen. But you don't like to happen it within the first half minute. But maybe they can come back now here. Psycho gets another save. He takes control, but Shadys is there instantly with a challenge. Din is up 1. He doesn't get the double, that's unfortunate. Would have been a nice goal to end off week 9, but it doesn't happen. There now an offense, Dirty Dwarf is there, the sub maybe he can do. He fakes Shady's out, that is what we will say here. Superior Stormer on the ball. He goes for a 50, that's actually really good, into the corner. Jess, he takes very good control, that's also very nice. And now they're on offense. Look at that. That is something that I want people on Prospect that are looking out. Din instantly went for a demo over there, and that's something that makes the defense awkward. I've talked about the demos before, but it's still a 0-0, oh, it's a 0-1 right now, but after the goal, they're keeping it close, and they don't get really any shots on goal either at the moment.
We saw in the previous series that the demos playing a huge factor in just opening up some space. We might see some here in the near side post as Shades finds the touch he needed to send it into the back of the net there. It was awkward in the corner. Psycho thought better of it going early. Instead, awkward touch alongside his own net. Nothing Dirty Dwarf can do about that one. And it ends up in the back of Terra's net. So as we're approaching the halfway point here, Terra, not the best of starts, but it's a game, a series of 4, so they've still got plenty of time to get something out of this. And then, like we said, they only need the 1 victory just to push themselves up the table a little bit. So still plenty of chances, but they've got to try and just keep Fearless Echo at bay.
Yeah, they have to, and it's making small and subtle changes within the play and getting sorting out your 50s and making sure that you connect with your teammates, getting the rotations right. Maybe that's something that happens here with Sauko going for the first. It's going to go straight down. A Superior Stormer there. That's a really good save by Din. That's really awkward in goal when you're sitting over there. Shady's on the ball now. He takes it mid. Din is underneath. Does he take the ball? Now he waits for the bounce. He goes up now. He catches it. takes it past 1, takes it past 2. Psycho is there. He's been out of goal. Jazz takes. Both are pushed up. Maybe this is the moment that Terra is going to take the first goal. Dirty Dwarf on the ball. Nope. Jazz is there already. Din is up. Nope. He waits for Shadys as well. Now it's a bit of back and forth, a bit awkward into the corner. Din takes control. He takes a little bit of time. Gets 50 toe into mid. Jazz is not there. Shadys is there. Psycho tries to push it up. And it feels like Terra is not having enough pressure on the ball at the moment. They're just giving too much time to Fearless here.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, the basic rotations are sort of there, but they're just very wide and stretched at the moment. That's super serious. Ugh. That's a hard name to say in one go there. Superior Stormer. I might just call him Stormer in the end. Gets a nice 50. They didn't quite get the touch he needed to send it into the back of the net. But yeah, the rotation is just a little bit wide at the moment, and it's just allowing opportunities like this, especially with Shades, just battling hard. Gets the touch he needed off Awkward. Great 50 that was actually from Shades. Completely takes Psycho out of the equation and gets the touch he needed to send it to the back of the net. And yeah, they're just giving Fearless way too much time, like you say, on the ball.
Yeah, it happens from time to time, but then again, I said it. It's now 3-0. Maybe you try and get a goal here to get the mood up, to get the vibes up, to try and start going for that 3-1. Don't know if within a minute, maybe here. That's that would have been a very nice shot. But the demo is there, and there it is. Dirty Dwarf makes it. 3-1, a minute to go, and that is very good pressure here. That's a very nice touch by Superior Stormer. Unfortunate that it doesn't go in, but then a demo comes in by Psycho, I think, which opens up the goal, and Jazz is the only one that is left sitting there, and he just looked at the ball going in behind him as well. Great placement by Dirty Dwarf. Minute to go, 2 goals down. Oh, he gets a 50, but Shadys is there. Shadys drops it down. A Superior Stormer, yeah, he cuts for the ball, but they both go up. That's unfortunate. Are they going to go for a demo? No, they're not going to go for a demo there. Dirty Dwarf now takes the ball. Jazz is there. He turns away. It's a little bit awkward. Superior Stormer goes up for the first one. Shadys is controlling of the ball. He fakes out going up, so that's very good. Psycho on the corner now as well. He takes it into mid. He's going to try and 50 it with Jazz. Jazz takes it past 1. He goes mid into Shadys now. Psycho, the ball is on the other side, mate. I think you need to put it in reverse or something at this point.
Call an ambulance, I think, is what he needs. I heard the ankles break quite savagely on that one, but fortunately didn't amount to anything. But they could get a second one here. Superior Stormer off the post. You just had to hit the target, buddy, and he couldn't quite do it. And it clocks to the tick down. Dirty Dwarf trying to keep the ball alive for Terra in the dying seconds here to try and get some sort of final consolation. Dirty Dwarf off the backboard. Superior Stormer. Oh, just... I mean, they weren't... It was a tall order. Even if they had got that opportunity in the back end, that was still a big ask for them to get a third and to tie up the game for OT. But, you know, there were signs there, I think, towards the end of Terra just settling down a little bit because, like we said at some point in that game, when you got your player, your sub in that you haven't necessarily played as many games in the season with, it can take a little bit of time to get into the rhythm. But there were signs towards the end there that Terra, you know, we're here to play, and a bit more of that in the second game. They might hold Fearless Echo.
Yeah, I think that the second part, when they got past the 2-0, and then obviously they still got scored on, but past that was really good. They showed improvements. I think they did a few more demos, which made it awkward. They couldn't sit back that much, which is a big difference in Prospect for sure. We don't often can avoid the demos happening as well. But on the other side, Fearless just played it very nicely. They controlled the game from start to finish, I should say. Got scored on once, so that's unfortunate. But for the rest, they just had everything in control. Played a very nice game. Had obviously chances enough. That wasn't a problem. Maybe we can see Terra go up now. Maybe Fearless takes it to a 2-0. We will see.
We'll see indeed, and obviously, I'll say obviously, you can't quite see it at the moment. Yannick subbing back in for Superior Stormer. So the combination of Psycho and Yannick that I know works well together on the field, and we'll be interested to see whether it changes things up. But Din getting the early kick-off advantage and sends it into the left-hand side. Too much that Yannick can do to get anything on the end of that one. And Shades getting a beautiful kick-off there. Falls perfectly into the path of Din. And what placement that is into the left-hand side. Early goal, early advantage, Fearless Echo.
That's if I'm Terra, that's not what I wanted to be when I come into the game. Maybe they get one back here. Psycho is going for one. He misses the ball, unfortunately. Now it's into defense again. Shady's. Oh, that's a good 50 into mid. Is somebody there? Yeah, Yannick almost there. He almost scored a goal. But Psycho is still there. Terra is having a lot more pressure now. I don't know that Fearless is really ready for this yet. Jazz on the ball. He's going to ground punch it. He tried. He put it past one. He's going to fake it to the next one. But Psycho saves it very nice. Psycho is there as well now again. Yannick is up. He doesn't touch the ball. Jazz is up into the corner. 0 boost. Is he going to do something? He doesn't pick up the boost there. Psycho on the ball. Din is now there. Shady's, that's very smart, also steals the boost from the opponent. But Psycho puts it past one. Is he going to do a Lionel Messi? No, he doesn't. Yannick now on the ball into the corner. Is it going to go mid? No, it doesn't either. Din on the ball into offense, but 0 boost. Psycho on the ball again into the corner, and Jazz is the only one, so this could maybe be a goal. Yannick is up. No, Yannick doesn't do it. Oh, it's a very good game now, and Terra's having a lot of pressure on the ball here.
Yeah, but here comes Jez trying to find the top bins, not quite on that occasion. Shades not able to find the net either, sends it to the left hand side. And yeah, the Terra have been looking a lot better in this game. They've been doing everything right apart from getting that finishing touch to send it into the back of the net. But you know, they just got to make sure they keep up this pressure, just keep up the momentum. And you never know, the Echo defense might just crack a little bit for them to get that ball in the back of the net finally. But they've got to try and work their magic a little bit more here. But Echo looking dangerous on the counter. Here comes Jez getting met in the air by Dirty Dwarf. That's a good challenge, but it's falling into path for Din. Sends it on target just over the bar, and Yannick clears the ball. And Echo, you got every time they seem to be getting this counter, they do look very dangerous.
Yeah, they do, and it's unfortunate because Psycho went for the demo there, but he doesn't really connect with anybody. Dirty Dwarf is now out. Psycho is the last one back. Yannick has to hurry because there's a really awkward bounce. He takes it over, so that's very good. That they just keep connection. Jazz on the ceiling. Oh, he unfortunately doesn't do anything with that though. Din on the ball now. He gets it past one. Oh, he unfortunately almost gets it touch. And then he saves the ball from Shady's. Din, it's the wrong side, mate. You don't need to save it there. The field is still up, luckily. If I was Terra, I would be crying if I saved my own goal. But on the other side, Terra maybe is be able to do something. Jazz puts it down. Dirty Dwarf misses the bump because otherwise it's a clear goal. Shady's on the ball now. Is he going to get it in time? No, he doesn't. He gets it mid. It's too hard. Din into the corner. Din on the ball. Does he have any boost? He goes for the ceiling shot. Connection to Jazz. No, Jazz doesn't connect with it. Yannick is there. Does he take control? Psycho is literally behind him. Very close. Shady's on the ball and he touches it in, and that's a very, very, very nice goal from Shady's. It looks simple, but it's just nice control and prospect. Puts it up in the ceiling, reads the ball effortlessly, and puts it in the goal. 2-0 up for Fearless.
Yeah, this is a bit of a struggle now for Terra to try and find a way back in. They've had some good opportunities, just like we're saying, not able to find that finishing touch they need. Might get something off here at the kick-off, but easy enough for Din to send it into the corner. He is again, punts it upfield into path for Shays. What a demo that was from Psycho. You probably need a bit more of that, a bit more aggression just to try and unsettle Echo a little bit. But on this occasion, it hasn't worked at all, as Jez able to find the back of the net in a third. That's an awkward miscommunication from Psycho and Yannick. Oh my word, you hate it when it happens. I'm sure we've all been there and done something very similar. But fair play to Echo. Stepped up, took the advantage, and they've given themselves a comfortable 3-0 lead.
Yeah, they are up 3-0 now, and a bit balling on the pitch now. They're trying some nice stuff. We've seen them on the ceiling a few times as well, so maybe they want to show off for the people that are watching right here, which we obviously like. Terra on the other side, maybe it's time to start doing something differently, because what you're doing right now is not working. Would start off with making sure that your rotations are correct. That's maybe the biggest point here. We've seen the awkward goal that came out in the 3-0 here, and then yeah, it's just a connection that Fearless has, is being able to get that ball. You see it here. Shady takes the ball, he gets it mid. You know that he's not gonna get a touch, but Jazz is up and he calls it. I'm up probably. And comes and it just straight up puts it in, and nobody is there to defend it. 4-0 now already, and it's becoming a bit of a blowout in this second game as well.
Yeah, just a little bit, and maybe Terra just need a consolation goal just to sort of give themselves a little bit of confidence going forward into next games. And of course, you know, they're still playing with a sub at the moment, so you can't, it's sort of understandable they're not quite firing all cylinders, but when it's all three of the team players not quite at their peak performance, it is, I would say, worrying, because essentially Terra, they've secured their place in the play-ins, and they only need, I'm pretty sure they only need just one win to just give themselves an extra bye, I believe, in the play-ins, but maybe it's just playing a bit more relaxed on this occasion, but certainly Echo looking very good at the moment, and there we have it. 1 goal for Terra.
I don't know what the card that Psycho is using is, but that goal was something from the space. That's a very nice connection, a very nice 50, and he gets it into the goal on the back post. 1-4. Maybe 3 kickoff goals in 30 seconds. That's definitely doable, right? It is doable. See, that's... Oh, unfortunately. I was going to say that's the first one, but it doesn't happen. It's Fearless Snow on the ball again. Shady's... Does he follow up? Only 19 boost, so it's not really able to do something. He gets it on the outside of the top pins. Doesn't get it. Psycho on the ball here. Does he get boost? He gets bumped away, so that's unfortunate. Dirty Dwarf also gets bumped. Psycho gets it mid. Yannick is there. They double commit again. Maybe that's a goal if Shadys gets a touch here. He does get the touch, and that's 1-5. We're not going to see it Brazil, but we are going to see 6 goals in the second game, and that's it's not as evenly spread as I thought it would be.
No, I got to be honest, and I was hoping for a lot closer game. But it is what it is, and I'm more disappointed in you, Banana, for not knowing that is the DeLorean from Back to the Future. I think that is absolutely shocking, and it can't stand it. You don't know what that car is. But anyway, point is, Fearless Echo looking very comfortable in that second game there, and they come away with the 5-1 victory. And I believe that now means that they have jumped your team and are now sat at the top of the table. So for them, effectively, it's job done. And we saw in the previous series, when it kind of got to this point when the teams, they'd done what they needed to do, we might see Echo just take their foot off the gas a little bit, step back, and that might just be an opportunity that Terra need to try and find a bit more rhythm in the game.
I don't specifically know how the situation is right now with the league database, but I don't think they can take their foot off the gas yet, because there's also a team called Rogue in the league standings. I think they got a 3-1 game over Serene Taisho, and they still are battling for first in the league. So to be able, that's also something for everybody that is watching that has not, don't know anything about RSC. It's a league where we play in 9 weeks, where we play 18 series in 9 weeks, and we're still battling over first place 9 weeks later. It's that close, and also just shows how great that the league is and that the system with CMV is working for us.
I'm so glad you're here, Banana. I just would have completely fluffed that up and given people the wrong information. So thank you for, I'll let you off the DeLorean comment just for correcting me on the league standings. I just go with what I've given here on my screen. So if it's not up to date, then that's, not my fault. I'm just going to put it out there. Anyway, game number 3 is about to kick off, and we see with Terra, will they be able to find the elusive victory that they want? And now it kind of makes sense why Janet was saying, I think in the chat, why they don't actually need to push too hard on this game and just let it sort of play out, because they've secured their spot basically.
Yeah, it's very difficult to keep track of every head-to-head and everything that is happening in the league, but I suppose that Terra indeed got their spot already, so that's very nice. Fearless maybe has already got their spot as well, so that's also very nice. And it's maybe more of a show match at this point. Anyways, that's a flick that nobody saves. I don't know how that happened. Don't ask me why. Din takes control, he flicks it to 1. Shady takes it over everyone. Dirty Dwarf is watching. Yannick watches but doesn't reach it. And Superior Stormer is just too late. 1-0. Within the first minute again. That's a reoccurring trend as far as I know, that Fearless also always scores within the first minute. Maybe they do it for a second time. Are they there? No, Superior Storm is there. That's luckily 2-0 down in the third game. 1 minute in, that is not something that you really want to happen.
No, we've seen in the previous games as well, Terra struggled when they've got a goal down, but they might get an immediate response there. Dirty Dwarf, slight goal steal on that one. I'm sure he'll be saying it was a pass from Yannick, but ball, it was destined for the back of the net, but I'm Dirty Dwarf just making sure it finally ends up in the back of the net, and that's just a response that Terra need to just maybe settle the nerves down a little bit if there are any, and just make sure, you know, they give themselves a good opportunity. They've got a second out of, oh, what kind of, own goal was that? I gotta admit, I was.
Yeah, I don't think that was going in. Maybe clip this for fail of the week, because this was one of the nicest redirects that I have ever seen, unfortunately, in the own goal. But if I'm Terra, I'm taking this 2-1 up, and I know what the difference has been here. Dirty Dwarf has changed, or Psycho has changed to an Octane. I see 3 Octanes on the pitch right now, as far as I know. So it's an Octane.
Psycho's gone.
Oh, Psycho is gone, that's why I'm not seeing it. See, that's a difference. It's not because Psycho is gone, it's just that there was 3 Octanes on the pitch, that's the difference. Yannick takes it past 1, is he gonna take it past the second? No, Jazz is there. I always thought that Yannick was gonna dribble the whole pitch and score a third goal and get that up 3-1. But they are still looking very good here. Din takes the ball into his own corner. Dirty Dwarf is there, unfortunately misses the challenge there, but Yannick now goes for it. Also misses his challenge. Dirty Dwarf, is he going to touch it? No, he doesn't touch it. That's very nice. He bumps Jazz off, so that's good. Superior Storm has got some time to take the ball. They do some weird 50 on the side of Fearless, but it kind of works off into the corner. On offense again for Terra. Superior Stormer there. Nope, he is not there. Jazz into offense again. He tries to pass it to his left, but Superior Storm was luckily there. He goes for a demo as well, then doesn't touch the ball, unfortunately. Yannick goes up into the corner. Is he gonna go? Oh, it's a double demo. That opens the pitch up for a nice. Is he gonna get it? Oh.
Almost teasing along the goal line and not able to get in the back of the net. Shades trying to find the angle, too acute for him on that occasion. Yannick pumps the ball up the field now. Gets demoed for his dues on that one by Din, and gives just a bit of pressure alleviation to Echo. Trying to clear the lines, but they're giving the ball away cheaply there as both Yannick and Storm are going up for this one. Stormer taking over. Yannick with a follow-up, not able to get the solid touch he needed, and Stormer just not able to get it under control. And again, it allows Echo to just breathe a sigh of relief on that occasion. Lovely demo on a rotation back there by Stormer. It takes Din out of the equation. And a bit of back and forth going on between the two teams. Neither of them really, it seems, taking control of the ball at the moment, but certainly Terra got to be careful. I spoke too soon. Shouldn't have said it.
Cast a curse. I'm saying it, cast a curse. You should have not said anything. That's the difference here. But unfortunate for Terra, you kept along for like 2.5 minutes, staying 2-1 up after the 2 goals happened very quickly. And now you give it away, unfortunately, to a 2-2. Is Fearless now going to keep pushing for that ball, keep pushing for that third goal, or is Terra going to say, all right, let's take it back? Maybe Yannick dribbles 3 people and scores a goal. Maybe Fearless scores an own goal. We've seen everything already today, so let's see what's going to happen over here.
Try and get some sort of fancy pass in field. Didn't quite get the pass he wanted for Shades, but managed to keep possession in Terra's half here. Stormer just on the field. That's missed by Din on the halfway, and Yannick not able to get the better of the 50, and it's gone straight back into their own half here. Jez chasing this one. Stormer's up to try and match him there. Dirty Dwarf, good rotation back post there, managing to alleviate the danger for that occasion. Din just not able to do anything in the corner there. The ball gets punched straight back up the other end of the field. Counter going on, but double commit by Yannick, and Stormer has left it slightly open at the back there, and another double commit by Yannick and Stormer, making it super awkward at the moment for Terra. Can Chase capitalise on the mistake? He can! Sends it into the back of the net, and a flurry of double commits there from Terra just allowed the slightest opportunities, and Shades, good shot on target from him. And it's kind of, back to as you were with Echo, with the slim advantage.
That's very unfortunate. That's a pure miscommunication, and someone has to shout there, I got the ball, the one that is driving backwards. I think it was Yannick that is able to put the ball into the corner much easier. But they both went for the ball, it goes up, it takes the awkward bounce on the rounding off of the corner, and it goes straight down, and somebody is there to follow up for Fearless and make that goal. 3-2, 20 seconds to go. If Terra is gonna get a one game at least. It's going to happen here, but it's not going to happen in this game, unfortunately, as Jazz takes it into the corner, passes to himself. That's great speed. That's great 50 passes to himself, and then scores an open goal because nobody was there. I don't know how I'm watching the Tewa goal, and that the only 3 people that I see on the pitch are fearless players, but we suppose that that is called ultimate pressure here, and 4-2 is the thing that is showing for that as well. Maybe Chess gets another one. That's a great 50. It's going to go straight down. There's somebody there. Dirty draft almost backwards. Straight down again, 3 seconds to go. Yannick didn't get the ball away, he got 30 draft away. And then Adamo is going to go straight down, and Fearless goes up 3-0 if I'm not wrong.
It is indeed, and Terra staring down the barrel of a clean sweep here. It's not the result that they would probably be hoping for going into the play-ins for sure. And they got to work a little bit harder to just sort of keep Echo at bay. I mean, you know, that first half of that game, they worked hard, they got the advantage, but they just, you know, we said it at the start, Echo are a dangerous team on offense with the likes of Jez and Din. And Shays on that occasion getting 2 goals out of 2 shots. You know, when you're up against a team like that, it's a difficult ask to sort of maintain a slim advantage. But there was definitely a few miscommunications which just allowed Echo to, you know, a small opportunity. And when you're going up against a team like Echo, you know, small opportunities, they will punish you for it.
Yeah, they will. And offense is the greatest defense, is what often is told, and that's something that we'll show here as well. If on the Terra side you have 1 shot and you score 2 goals, that's something special to be happening. But you cannot win with 1 shot on goal. That's something that barely happens in Rocket League. So for this last game, I just hope that Terra is gonna go all in. I think, yeah, they are gonna go all in. I think this is main roster that is gonna play on the side of Terra. The guy Fearless side are not joining in yet, so we have a little bit of troubles over here. Nope, everybody's getting ready into the game now. So we're gonna see both main rosters for the last game. They're gonna put us up with a great show for the very last league game that we are gonna see over here. But let's see how it is going.
Yeah, this is it. This is the final one before we head into the play-ins. And both of these teams just want to finish on a bit of a high. In the case of Echo, getting a clean sweep. And in the case of Terra, just getting a win would be good for their confidence, no end. But here they come. 4th game underway. Din trying to find the passing field to Jez. A little bit too much on that one. Rolls into the corner, and Yannick able to clear this one right hand side. It's path for Stormer. Lovely touch from him off the backboard. Can Yannick get the read? Not quite. Din rotating, but good at the back post there. Sends it straight back into Terra's own half, and Psycho able to clear on that one. And seems early doors here with the main roster. Terra just looking a little bit more comfortable amongst themselves.
Yeah, they are a lot more comfortable, and that's really good by Yannick to avoid the demo there, because if he gets demoed, it's a clear goal, but he doesn't. Puts it in reverse. Terry puts it in reverse over there. He gets it clear, and that's very nice to keep the thing up. But Fearless is showing a lot of pressure. Once more, offense is the greatest defense. They're keeping pressure up. Gets it past 1. Nobody is there. Psycho puts it up past 1. Nope. Then matches him on the middle of the field. Shady's is now up again. Goes for an air dribble. Takes it past 1. Doesn't get the connection on the second. Jazz is there. Puts it over. He skies the ball. Is he gonna go into offense? No. Superior Stormer is there. Nope. Then matches once more on the middle. The Fearless is really controlling the middle of the field here. Jazz on the ball. Doesn't get another touch. No Shadys on the ball. That's once more middle of the pitch. They're not able to clear the ball alongside, but then nobody connects on Fearless. Terra is up. Unfortunately, doesn't get the connection. Yannick is the last one back. Oh, that's really good. That's a really good connection. That's so important. Oh, and what a save by Tin. But Psycho is still there. He gets 50. Offense by Tin. Underneath Yannick, but nobody is there to follow up. Superior Stormer now into mid. The Psycho up. Yeah, Psycho is up, but Shady's is up as well into the corner. Does he get a second touch? No, he doesn't read the ball, but Chess is there. And offense we go. Somebody was on the right side. Yeah, Yannick is there. He doesn't get the connection. Oh my. This is... we are seeing why both teams are playing with the main roster and what they're able to do here right now.
Yeah, if you're here for Terra, this is a good sign. This is kind of what I expected Terra to be sort of playing a bit more. You know, the rotations are a lot better on this occasion, and they seem to be just keeping Echo at arm's length. But even so, Echo are still looking very threatening going forward. Jez off the backboard into path for Din. Can't get in to the shot. No, Jez sends it wide of the post. The net was beckoning, and he couldn't quite get it on target. And the counter now for Terra. Gets taken out of the equation here by Shays. Jez off the side wall. Shot on target and Psycho. Good clearance from him. And yeah, I mean, this is a lot closer than we've seen in the previous 3 games, but it just goes to show you what team chemistry can actually do for a team.
Yeah, it shows really much, and we're watching a great game, and maybe this is the game where that one goal will make the difference, where one goal is enough to secure a W, and maybe that's the one that Terra needs here to make it a 3-1 and not get swept. Din goes for a flip reset, alright, tries a musty flick as well. Din, it's prospect, mate, you're not playing in Elite or Master. You just touched the ball, that's enough. But Terra is there. Is Shady's gonna reach it? Oh! That's unfortunate. Yannick places it perfectly enough for Shady's to reach it, but not enough. And that's a 1-0, and maybe that's the goal. It's 1 minute 30 left. 1 minute 30 left. 1-0 up for Terra. We've seen him up already in the 3rd game as well, and they couldn't hold it down. Are they able to hold it down right now?
I've just seen Jeb's message. Why does no one think Prospect can't be Meki? Well, to be honest, they can be, but it's just the consistency is very lacking in Prospect. Trust me, the amount of Prospect games I've seen, there's no consistency when it comes to mechanics. But nevertheless, you know, fair play for him trying it. That's all I can say to that. Anyway, Jez now trying to make sure he doesn't allow Yannick chasing this one, trying to double their lead. Psycho gets beaten to the punch by Shades, but the ball's still in the half. They're overcommitted there at the moment. Terra Shades has got to get some sort of solid touch instead. Just allows Yannick time. What a save there by Psycho off the side. Din not able to get the ball under control, but Stormer's giving it away into the path of Jez right hand side. And Terra at the moment are living very dangerously.
You're always what we once said in 2012, so I suppose Terra's living according to that. But Fearless is throwing everything to it. They also know, like, alright, we only got 30 seconds, we still got the victory, we got everything that we need, so why not try and then go for that victory as well. At the moment, the biggest difference that they have is that they're not connecting with the shots that they need to make. It's not hard enough, it's not placed enough, and Terra's constantly able to just barely pull back and make sure that save is there. I know they're just wasting time, take it into the corner, rotate nicely. Yannick goes for the demo, Superior Stormer goes up as well, he doesn't get the connection, Yannick turns, he stole the boost as well. Is somebody there now? Psycho is saying, alright, I'm not gonna commit, I'm just gonna take back, I'm gonna go for deep ends. Superior Stormer waiting back post. Oh, that's unfortunate. Is it gonna drop? Yes, it's gonna drop. And congratulations to Terra, you still get 1 game away of Fearless. 3-1, and you show, alright, with the main roster, if we're playing Fearless in playoffs, maybe this is already giving them a mental tick going into playoffs, but if we're gonna reach you, our main roster is ready for you guys.
Indeed. I mean, it just goes to show you, though. I mean, you know, when you've got teammates that you know how they play, it just helps so much. So for Terra, they'll be taking good positive vibes out of that one going forward into the play-ins, because it's just showing you're going up against a very strong team in the form of Echo, and they managed to get the victory on that occasion. So who knows, going into the play-ins, might see an upset. I know for a fact that Terra, you know, from being involved in them, they will be working hard, trying to do the fundamentals, trying to do the basics, and you never know, maybe they might be the underdogs in the Prospect League going into the play-ins. But I mean, for you, Banana, are you worried about what Echo can bring to the table against your Gibraltar's team?
I still say it. What I said at the beginning of the game, I still think that Fearless is a team with a high ceiling in Prospect, the ones that can reach the furthest. It's just depending on, alright, how are they gonna show up? I don't know if today the 4th game was something of Terra's, of Fearless saying, alright, we're just gonna calm down and play our game, have some laughs in the comment, not really go like 100% to it, or it was just Terra showing, alright, they are breakable, they can lose games, they are able to do something, and we're moving to a place tomorrow as well, which is Monday already. We're moving to a place where we're not playing a 4-game series anymore, we're playing 5-game series, if I'm correct, and winner takes it all in the end of at the end of the road. So that's something that that we will have to see, and I know for a fact that people are stressing about certain teams in Prospect.
They are indeed, and like you say, that's it. Week play is done. We are done with week play in terms of the stream. I'm not too sure whether there's maybe still a few series left to play outside of the stream world, but in the case of what we've shown you here, that's it. No more in terms of week play. So we're moving into the play-ins. Next time you see us on the stream, the play-ins are starting next week, I believe. So I'm definitely trying to find out which league it is that are going next week. Banana, do you know?
Yeah. So next week we are looking at, on Monday, so tomorrow, at 7 GMT or 8 CET, we're starting with prospect play-ins. So the teams in the middle of the pack of league play that are starting to play lives on the line. No, they're straight into loser bracket, nothing to do with that. Before even play-in start, we're also gonna get RSC cast as well. So that's something that will happen, so that you need to look out for. You'll see all the updates, you'll see all the standings, you'll see all the tiers already in one way. You see who's gonna play who and get ready for it, and then everything is gonna be shown on stream. Tuesday, Valentine's Day, we're not playing. You can enjoy your days off with whoever you want to enjoy on a date, or play more Rocket League as well for some people. And then on Wednesday is Prospect, and Thursday and Friday I think is Challenger as well. So this week, or next week I should say, Prospect and Challenger is going to be played.
There you go. I could have said it better myself, so I'll just say ditto. You know, well done, Bernard. Thanks for being here, man. You've saved me no end and trying to figure that one out. But what I will say, you know, with it being Valentine's Day, you've got to give out the love to the sponsors, of course, of RSC, which is Sanctuary, Shaman Esports, Synthesized Designs, Dead Dinosaur T-Mill, Panthera Esports, HyperX, Gamers Apparel, Badass Studio. One day I will remember that off by heart, and it will look amazing instead of me looking at at my notes here. But nevertheless, you know, there's the love to the sponsors. Much love to them, and of course to everyone that's watched tonight. Much love to you guys. So any final thoughts before we sign off for tonight, Banana?
The only thing that I can say is get ready to rumble. I would say get ready to rumble. It's going down now. Prospect play-ins, prospect playoffs, challenger, and then after that, rival, elite, master, and even premier is coming to an end. So guys, be ready. There's still a lot of Rocket League to be left to play.
Indeed, but from us tonight, that's going to be it. So yeah, tune in for the RSC cast, and until then, we'll see you next time. Good night.
Thank you. why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I?